What's funny is that fucking clicks on here, and I don't ever use it in front. No, I don't ever.
Take it out.
I don't. I just look for the first of the song and go, there it is.
All right. It is a clean start, so.
It
like
is.
The song.
Yeah.
It's a clean start. It's easy to mark out.
Bam, right in. Thank you, AI. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 6 of the Panther City Rebellion podcast. We are coming to you from Platinum Music Complex in North Richland Hills inside the Deadwood studio.
Are we?
We are.
Because this is starting to look like the North Richland Hills emergency room around here.
Yeah, it must be the crutches.
It's got to be.
It's the crutches, yeah.
Total infirmary ward. Look at that, right over your shoulder.
Hey,
just
listen.
Goddamn sciatica.
Goddamn sciatica. I felt it too, dude. Like I was on Thursday night. We're in Houston, and I was like, I looked down at my loop station, started doing that thing where when you hit record, and then when you hit play, it waits a second and then plays. And I realized that I had a button pressed there. I was like, shit! And so I'm right in the middle of the song, and I reached down and I hit it, and I felt my sciatica go. And I was like, okay, that hurt. Ow.
And you're one of the youngest
and then
people in here.
Drove past, drove back, and then, but I was going all week. I think what it really came down to, I had like 6 weeks of nothing. I had a show with you. I had nothing going on. I was working out, doing things around the house, trying to get gigs. Then it was like all in one week, just wham, fucking busy every day.
I call BS. Because you were up here working on all this stuff, so that should have kept your back.
Now you understand the frustration. Like, we were up here working, doing shit. Like, it's not like I was just sitting at home my ass all day.
Yeah. That's
so to reach down to a pedal and go, pip, like, oh, fix this.
You're gonna have to Dave Navarro it.
My doctor says that Deadwood's gonna have to stop sitting on stools. Fucking this prick has told me that 100 times.
Bring it up on a stand.
I've
always wanted to do that.
I'm 6'7". And the guys in my band are not appropriate height. Like, it just looks really weird. I got to get fucking risers for them or something.
Dude, Peter Steele didn't play sitting down.
Anyway, we're coming to you from Platinum Music Complex inside Deadwood Studios. Platinum Music Complex is located in North Richland Hills. You can find them out and check out all their stuff at PlatinumMusicComplex.com. Also, check out their school, and they are still accepting sign-ups for the school, so make sure that you get onto that.
I found out this week, thanks to our show, I'm going to say that thanks to our show, we had a few friends join this joint and get them a new studio in here, and they're moving in. So, nice. Yeah.
We also had a pretty big one out there. Stitch our stuff and made a post about it, and I got calls from Craig like early in the morning. Like, have you checked your email? I was like, yes, I have seen the post. Cody Jinks, man, thanks for stitching the post, man.
Oh, did he? Oh shit, that's awesome.
It's up over like 90,000 views.
Yeah, and
no, I did see that. I didn't know that was his post or his sharing of it.
I'm all sitting here broken armed.
Do you need the crutches?
No,
he's double jointed.
I got two. I can loan you one.
I like creeping people out with that.
That's disgusting. Please stop.
That's good. That's good on Cody, man.
But I would like...
my joke has always been that me and you have known him since before he had the beard.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to play Waxahachie for 4 people, and then Cody.
I played with him when he was in Unchecked Aggression.
We'll get into
metal band.
We'll get into some of that because there's another artist we're going to talk about that you and I.
Yeah. But first, who are we?
We're playing during COVID with on video games.
Yeah.
But Cody, come in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now that you've seen it, come in. Hang out with us.
Come on, buddy.
Come on.
It doesn't stink in here, Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually nice.
Just come and chill out in our living room.
And it brings back those old vibes of being in rehearsal spaces because you can just barely hear some dude hallways away just jamming out on some
Yeah, I've said it before. There is
TV.
like 4 doors down from here. There's some drummer that comes up here like between like 3 and 5 o'clock.
He's a badass.
And he's a bad motherfucker. I don't know who he is.
And we're doing this on a Monday night. Normally we do it on Tuesday night.
Tuesday nights, yeah.
And he's up here on Tuesdays.
Yep.
So I was shocked to see him come walking in when we did.
Yep.
And he's just in there ripping.
Nice.
You'll hear him do. He'll be doing funk, country, rock, metal. He's all over the place.
Working on all his polyrhythms.
My name is Justin Ross,
My name is Dustin Schneider.
and in the studio with us, in the control room in there, is Mr. Craig Youngblood, Western Soul Photography. Yep, and Mr. Matthew Thomas. There he is. There's the faithful wave at the camera.
Greetings.
No,
And-
Skip Redstone.
Skip Redstone.
It's not
is
about
this-
him, man.
Is that what we're going to do? We're just going to start calling him Skip?
No, he don't need that publicity at all.
Yeah, it's not about me. It's not
Last
about
I
my
saw
char-
Skip's
It's not about my
Redstone.
characters.
He was trying to get hired on with that dude, Maddox Messer, for rolling his joints.
No, that was Curtis. That was a drummer. Curtis Barnes Draper.
I think Skip's name has been found in the Epstein files, so we shouldn't
Oh,
talk about
wow.
Oh, hell fucking no. He's already been accused of that multiple times.
Shh, be quiet. Leave that alone.
I said accused.
it. Control room, shut up. We've had enough.
You asked, fucker.
Well, our guest in the house, man, I've known this dude for 20 years. Been playing shows with him for 20 years. A lot of history with the guy. One of my best friends, Mr. TJ Broscoff in the house tonight.
Yeah.
How's it going,
Yeah.
TJ?
Musician, not a pro
Yeah.
wrestler, which is
No.
what I thought at first.
Pro wrestler would have been way more cool
name
than
for
being
it.
a professional musician.
I mean, you do have one of those names that if you don't say it right,
I would have been a great hockey player.
Totally.
If I was a hockey player, everybody would say my name right.
Broscoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd be like, Broscoff.
Yeah.
I can't help it. It's Russian. Well, technically, it's Georgian. Technically, it's Ellis Island, but
Have you ever been to Georgia?
no, I've never got to go there.
That is one of my bucket list locations I'd love to go.
Yeah, me
would
too.
love to go
Well,
see
once all
Georgia.
the missiles stop crashing everywhere,
Yeah.
That's fair.
it would be cool to go over there
Yeah.
and see it.
I was lining up a trip to
Not the state, guys, the country.
to Chernobyl when Russia decided to invade Ukraine. I don't think that's ever going to happen again.
Yeah, no.
I don't think my little trip to Chernobyl is ever going to happen.
Nope.
Nope.
Negative.
Out. I think they've torn that place up to where it might be leaking some more.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But I would love to go to Georgia. Georgia's one of the countries I would love to check out.
Yeah, me too. Just for roots and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like we've always had a hard time tracking what our last name was completely, and when they spelled it in Ellis, it was like everybody spells it because us English people don't know how to spell English words. So it was Braskoff, and the boys, my grandfather. And his brother, the teacher, was fed up at this little schoolhouse in Minnesota and just said, okay, you guys figure out how you're going to spell this, because one would spell it that way and the other one, I guess he was, the good student, he spelled it English, so BRO, and so anyways, that was the final way it came out. So now it looks
Scoff.
Broscoff. But there's an S in there, so it's Bros. But you don't say
Bros.
O because it's ostrich.
You gotta say bro like a Californian, like bra.
Broscoff.
Like, what up, brah?
Yeah, bra.
Broscoff.
Broscoff.
Nebraska.
So anyways, that's why,
How long have you been, how many times do you think you've had to tell the promoter, hey, you fucked this up again?
Dude, I used to have on one of my old phones every misspelled marquee. And we went to one venue down in, I think it was South Texas, like all the way on the ocean there, the seafront. And they had it misspelled one way, and you went around to the other side of the sign, and it was completely misspelled the other way. Both of them
Both
didn't even
sides.
match. I was like,
That's awesome.
yeah. So that's why, I'm kind of running under different names here and there.
Well, you had TJ Broscoff. You went under your own name for a long time.
Long time.
And then you had Southern Satellite.
We had Southern Satellite, and that was a project that I tried to get off the ground. We were actually doing really well.
You were. You were, yeah.
I mean, it was kicking in high gears.
And then fucking COVID
And then COVID completely wrecked all that.
destroyed it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we had some issues with, licensing and just bullshit stuff. And so I think now I'm doing I'm trying to get away from my old sounds anyways and create new sounds. It's kind of what you want to do as a musician, I think, or as an artist, is always trying to expand. And so I've been running under the name Paper Towns as of late.
And I hate to say this, Paper Towns is a good name, but some fucking asshole out there is going to be like, paper towels, play in the night.
Oh, yeah.
Towns,
Yeah.
not towels.
Paper towels.
Yeah, paper towels or
Paper
they'll,
turtles.
They'll spell it wrong somehow.
Origami.
And that's the thing. You spelled towns with the E.
Correct.
They're going to leave the E off.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Do you know what a paper town is, anybody? This is the whole reason I fell in love with the name. No? So a paper town...
Nope.
I
I was looking the deer in headlights. I was like, he doesn't. I guess he's just waiting for me to respond.
I'm envisioning a pop-up book.
No, I was trying to think because I think I've heard the name
Yeah.
before, but I can't put what it is.
So back in the old days, we actually had people that actually drew things.
Yeah.
And for maps, the guy that was drawing it would make a small fake town to prove his copyright.
Cartographers, yeah.
Yeah, because if they copied it and then claimed that was their map, it wouldn't work, and it was called a paper town. And throughout my career, I mean, I've been blessed to play great venues, but my bread and butter has always been going through those one-horse town, old dive bars,
Yeah.
Meeting the people. And I was kind of like, well, that's kind of a paper town. Like, nobody thinks about, these little towns that we play at. And then putting the E on it, obviously, that was kind of like an homage to one of my most all-time favorite artists, which was Townes Van Zandt.
Which is buried right down the street from where we're playing.
He's literally across the street from where we play all the... I go by his stuff and talk to him every now and then and, just pay my respects. I mean, complete, total drunk, which is really sad. I was too, but...
Don't fucking shame me, dude. I'm sitting here getting your beef jerky out of my mouth.
And that's what I did before the
I'm
show.
on camera. Fuck.
That's what I did before the show, and you said, "What'd you do? Go pee?" No, I had to go get the meat out of my teeth.
Sorry.
But that's what she said.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like it. That's a badass name.
thank you.
Yeah, man. You've got a
really,
pretty
really cool.
pretty good, interesting story too, man. Because you started when you were really young, and
Yes.
then you struggled with addiction, and then got sober, and then stayed sober from then on.
Yeah, I don't know how. With all the crap that's in the industry, I don't know how I stayed sober.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started way young. Came up. I had some buddies that were in school with me in junior high, and they just happened. They were brothers. One just happened to play the bass, and one just happened to play the drums. And my best friend, my childhood best friend growing up, was a guitar player, and he was the lead guy, and I was like the singer, songwriter guy. And we all four got together. I can't remember I think our first song was something stupid like Sweet Home Alabama or something. But I remember that moment, at like 14, when I heard all the parts together, and I was like, holy crap, we're really doing this. Like, that was magic to me. I was hooked. And we were fairly successful in the DFW area.
Where was this? In the DFW area? Where'd you grow up?
Deep Ellum. Oh, I was Irving, Texas. Yeah.
Irving, okay.
Yeah. And we cut our teeth out there in Deep Ellum. And, of course, back then, where all the topless bars are now in Dallas, those used to be old venues, great venues, And Smokin' Dave's, is that even still around?
No.
Old
that's
Smokin'
gone,
Dave's, and wherever the lodges or whatever that used to be something really cool. Because
DCL?
it might have been because
that
I saw
DCL?
Pitch Shifter there and
I love to pitch
Prong. I saw Prong there.
Both those bands, so good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was good times when we played it. I think we played it with Sons of Innocence. I think that was their name. I can't remember, but all of the Dallas bands, you know, we were the young guys. Obviously, I mean, we couldn't even drink, and we were probably more looked at like a Hanson. You know, to all these older guys.
Well, I mean,
I've been there.
were you on acoustic or were you on electric then?
I was on electric, but I also had acoustic.
Yeah, because his acoustic playing is really intricate, and this is where the venture of him and I starts, is because there's just people that were going to his shows or coming to our shows and vice versa. But I was always playing rock and roll, and and then he had already switched over to acoustic mainly. And then they kept saying, like, you two need to get together. You two need to get together. And then we just kept doing this. We kept, like, passing each other.
Right.
Then finally we ended up on a stage together, and we both looked at each other like, hey, that's your lane. It's my lane. Stay the fuck over there.
Endless love.
Yeah. Yeah. When I saw his pedal board come out, I was like, all right, this guy fucking gets it. It's sweet.
Yeah.
Good deal. How many times have you been shunned on fucking song swaps of Texas? You show up with your pedal board. It's like, is that fucking dude? I swear to God, just the other night, we played the White Elephant for the Fort Worth Music Fest. We had an hour to load in. We got there at 2:30. We unloaded the Blue Devil and got our ear rig out, right? And might I add that in the White Elephant, they had added in PA for this. It was 2 JBL double 18s and double 15s on like towered, stacked on each side of the stage. So I was like, holy shit, it's a lot of PA for this room. And I was like, well, all right, cool. And we wheeled our Devil in, put it over in the corner, ran the snakes up the whole night. As I'm coming in the door, Trent, fucking Stony the Ruse guy, he's like, is this fucking necessary to bring all this shit in? I was like, why don't you go fuck off? God damn. Fuck you, Trent. Yeah, it was just like...
Not Resner, who we'll see tomorrow.
Not Resner. No.
Are you going tomorrow?
It's just...
Yeah, he and I are. Yeah.
I may just buy some tickets and go. I don't know.
Last time.
You think it's the last time? Nah.
He's said it 3 times on this tour.
Really?
And he just said it the other night in Tulsa that this will be...
Yep.
He's not going to tour anymore. He's 60 now.
61 this year. Yeah.
And
That don't matter. He's still depressed.
I think what's going to happen...
So
how we don't know.
So he's going to write more.
Yeah.
So I think what's going to happen is, like, they already have festival shows in the summer as 9 Inch Noise, which I think is them doing remix stuff with the Boys Noise guy that's with them now. And because half of the show, well, the middle part of the show is 4 or 5 songs remixed live with the Boys Noise DJ guy.
That'll be interesting.
So they're either gonna, for the festivals, that's probably what's going to do, and residencies don't count, so he'll probably do Sphere.
Well, I'm going to Tool because they're...
I'm going to Tool.
I mean, if they play the Sphere, oh my... That'll be the
out
best
of
show
control.
ever in history.
that will be insane.
I've heard that rumor
we
too,
should book
yeah.
tickets
No,
together.
like for real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
whatever it takes,
Let's all go.
I'm going.
Yeah.
So, since we're talking about this right now, what happened after our show last week was Metallica decided to be like, hey, we're going to do the Sphere.
Yeah.
And tickets go on sale on Friday.
Yeah.
And it was the packages for the hotels. And I have friends. I couldn't sit around because I have to work. I have to do a job.
Right.
But I have friends that sat around all day long. And when they finally got in, they were sold out.
Yeah.
So I had 2 that actually got a room, the package deal. It's like a little over $2,000. You get 3 nights at the Venetian, a ticket to the show, to 2 nights of the show because it's a non-repeat. You go Thursday night and you go Saturday night. And then you stay at the Venetian Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, leave Sunday. And there's some other stuff in there with the package you get, some extra little Metallica goodies and crap and little things you can go to. But today was the individual just show tickets.
What are they going for?
I have seen the lowest in shitty seats going for $1,600.
Shit.
I know people that have paid over $2,000.
Freaking scalpers, man.
No, this is straight through Ticketmaster.
Scalpers,
For
man.
scalpers.
Man.
Well, they're not. They haven't. Well, yeah, they've screwed things up. I mean,
Because you're paying...
for them, but yeah.
What is it? You pay 15% tax on whatever the cost of the ticket is for Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And there's
Because
probably
I
like
sell my tickets through
300.
Ticketmaster, and they get a cut of the person that buys my ticket. and they take a cut from me when they give me my money.
And they put a ridiculous facility fee or whatever the hell they want to on top of it too to make even more money.
Yeah, scalpers.
Yeah.
That's what I call them.
So
The good old days when you would stand in line at, what was the old record store?
Sound Warehouse, man.
Sound Warehouse. You would stand in line for hours, and then you would run in there, and they would be typing, and then you'd get your ticket, man.
Yep.
And you know what would piss me off when you did that is you stand in line all night, and then they come out and go, it's a lottery.
Oh, yeah. That did piss me off.
Speaking of standing in line for stuff, man, I was reminded the other day, I was listening to a conversation of two people having, and he was explaining to this woman or this girl that he's like, we used to have to, like he was saying, they were talking about music, and he was like, we used to have to go into record stores, and if we wanted to pre-listen to music, we had headphone booths that we could just walk up to and listen to the album.
Yeah.
We could pre-listen to the album. And she was like, why would people do that? I was like,
You have no
oh,
idea.
man.
Even before
that
that,
was the coolest shit ever. What before that, yeah.
it was like the album cover.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, this
Oh.
looks badass.
I got to check this out. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
At all.
When art would sell a record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now it doesn't even matter.
The name or the art or your friends, somebody got one or,
Yep.
I never know how I mean, my best friend, he always got good music, and I could never figure it out. And he brought me this one band. He's like, it's okay, I'm not a huge fan. And I plugged it in, and I was like, this totally is about me. And that was The Cure. And I was like, The Cure is the greatest band in the world. And so I was always hooked to The Cure. And then while everybody was jamming out to Poison and Warrant and all that, I was totally in Europe. I mean, I was doing Front 242, all of those guys. The Smiths. I was huge Johnny Moore fan. I mean, Johnny Marr fan. I stole everything from him. That's how I created my guitar style, was straight off of him. And
Who better?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to steal it, do it.
so,
Totally.
the Highland Femmes. I could go on and on. Of course, I'm drawing blanks right now, but I was all about what was going on over there and like the way underground stuff here.
Yeah.
While my sister was like, she's my cherry pie.
Which was written on a joke.
Yep.
Which, yeah.
The record label wanted one
something
song.
poppy.
Wanted something poppy. We talked about this last week.
Yep. I know it.
Yep.
That has to be the worst feeling as a musician, as an artist. Like, my throwaway song that I was making a joke, all of a sudden it's a number one. And it's like, man.
And no one will take you seriously ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever again.
Look at this. It looks like I have 4 chins right now.
Well, that's called age. I mean, you can go get that thing lipoed out, bro. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Can you lipo out fat?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Obviously, they can make masks now. Did you see this whole thing about Jim Carrey this week?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
liposuction. Oh, I got you now. I was slow. I was thinking of the Botox.
Botox.
I was like, Botox will
That's
take
not-
out
that-
my
that's
fat?
going in.
Yeah, sorry.
That's adding to your chins.
I'm slow on the uptake right there.
He looks like, what's his name? From Top Gun, Iceman.
Oh, God damn
Val
it.
Kilmer?
Val
Yeah,
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. His face looks like Val Kilmer, like he trimmed off Val Kilmer's face and put it on his.
Yeah.
Like
It looked
Face Off.
bad. Did you see this?
No.
So he was overseas, and he gets this.
France.
It's in France, yeah, and he gets this Caesar award. He comes out, and it just doesn't at all look like. Can you look it up?
Yeah.
It doesn't at all look like Jim Carrey.
Oh, wait. I did see that picture.
Doesn't look at all like him. The way his cheeks are, the way his eyebrows, his face, his eyes, and his teeth, kinda. But it just didn't look like it. It looks like somebody wearing a mask. And if you go back to what he had said a couple of years ago, is he was like, "I will never change my appearance for this business. I will never do that. I will never fall victim to this." And a lot of people have conspiracies now saying that the got him. The Illuminati.
Who knows what's real anymore?
I mean, dude,
I'm
Who
trying
knows?
to find one that's not a video. Hold on. Everything's a video.
you can play a video on it.
Yeah, but I don't want They don't need advertisement.
Has
We
to
don't
be
need that
plugged in
going.
first.
Chill out.
Craig coming in hot. That boy's paying attention. You know what's going on.
I was waiting to find the picture until I plugged in.
But you didn't want him to be in there looking at all your porn you're looking at over there while you're talking to
Well,
us.
I'm
You're
trying
like,
to do two things.
Yeah, Jim Carrey, man. And meanwhile, it's just
Oh, there's a good picture.
There you go. That picture right there. Is it pulled up? There.
Yeah.
Look at that. He looks like Val Kilmer.
there's a worse one than that.
I think that
There
looks
is a worse
fine.
one, but
No,
That looks like Jim Carrey to me.
let me find another one.
He just got a little touch
Y'all
up
think-
around the jaw.
I don't know. He looks like he got punched. like he got in a fight with some bees right before it. Like Botox. I just don't understand the Botox fad of going on. Everyone's Botoxing. Like we had a friend that we did a music video with years ago. She looked great, and now she's Botoxed out. Like she still looks good, but it's like
Are you thinking the person that I know?
What about Mickey Rourke?
Oh, God.
That's not helping me.
I don't want to say her name, dude.
Oh, don't say her name.
Yeah,
All right, pull that one up. What's going on here?
Yeah, here's a left
He's
and right
making a
comparison.
face, but-
there, that.
And he was also on the Steve Colbert show like 2 weeks ago for
Look at that.
Look at
Mardi
that.
Gras. And
That
he had
doesn't look like Jim
And he had
Carrey.
short hair.
It looks like a dude with a mask on.
Yeah.
It's very weird. Very strange. I think it's a clone.
He may just be trolling everybody.
That could
And he
be
has
too.
a look-alike.
It could be too. Yeah.
I mean, he was the one that came out on the Tonight Show and was like trying to expose the Illuminati.
I mean, that is true.
It was Jimmy Kimmel, yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, yeah. Who knows, man? Who knows? Now, if I find out that's true, then everything has got to be true, right? It's all true.
It usually the strongest conspiracies are usually the ones that are always true.
Yes, 100%.
Did you ever see the guy that was in prison that told the whole story about the JFK assassination?
No,
It's incredible.
no.
I mean, I believe that he was the guy that killed him.
Wow.
And
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
he's dead now.
Yeah, he was the one that did it. He was saying, I'm the one that did it. It wasn't whoever it was.
Oswald.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Oswald.
wasn't Oswald.
It wasn't Oswald. Yes, I did hear it. We watched a
Mafia
little bit.
guy from
Yeah.
Chicago or something.
Yeah.
And he knew Jack Ruby, but only through the, he met him like once or something. It's not like they were friends or whatever. Anyways, that's coming true. So,
It's funny to see this coming out about Jim Carrey because of what was just released in the Epstein files, with the guy bringing it up about Biden being taken down in 2018, with the firing squad and how the mask is failing. You guys can't get this. It's all. Have you read all that? It's all in the Epstein files.
no, I haven't gone.
It's like he goes on to he's talking to somebody in it, and he's saying like, you guys are fucking up, this fucking Biden, this guy we know, the mask is failing, it's glitching left and right. He goes on to talk about the whole thing, brings it up. But I always said it from day one was about his ears. I could never figure out his ears.
Yeah, I could never figure out his ears.
Sometimes
either.
they
The
connect,
earlobes.
sometimes they
I
don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I get
that
we
was a
get
weird
body
thing.
doubles. I get that, but
No, I've never heard about any of, not in the Epstein files.
Have you ever heard about that lady that used to work for the CIA, but she helped make the mask for them, kind of like Mission Impossible, and how back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, the stuff they would make, people wouldn't know that they were talking to like a family member because the masks were so intricate.
I
And here
believe
we
it.
are
believe
now.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Imagine the shit they can do.
Well, I often go back to think about us going to the moon. I think about the things that we went to the moon with in that time.
We went
know.
to the moon.
Yeah. No, I know we went to the moon. I'm not saying that we didn't go to the moon.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm saying
Okay.
what we used in that time
True.
to put us on
A calculator,
the
practically.
moon. Right. Like, I'm just sitting there going, like, my phone now has more
Power than the space
power
shuttle.
than the space shuttle that went there.
Like fucking Game Boy did, actually.
You're right.
Yeah.
Totally. So it's
Had
like you're
more
thinking about
memory,
that. It's like,
I mean, our phone probably has more technology than
So-
the Challengers,
yeah.
I've been doing podcast for years now,
Yeah.
and I've been 100% space boy,
God, you're fucking old, dude.
pro space boy. Actually, I just figured it's been 13 years. We
Yeah,
just
13.
looped the Chinese calendar. That's how long I've been doing podcasts.
That's awesome.
But I've always been pro space. Always talked about space, love space. I think we went to the moon a million times until this week when they decided to say, we're going to put Artemis on hold and we're just going to shoot it up and make sure we can orbit the Earth with it. You know, they were all gung-ho about going to the moon, and they've now NASA pulled all that back and said, we don't think we can make it to the moon with Artemis, so we're going to do a couple of laps and a couple of experiments here around the
The
Earth.
fuck, NASA?
Well,
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
that's NASA, though.
There's a whole story, you know, a whole theory that the reason we've never been to the moon is because of the Van Allen belt. You can't get out of the Van Allen belt. We don't have anything strong enough to get out of it.
Right.
You know, satellites and stuff that are just on their own are fine, and spacecraft that are, but getting an actual ship out of the Van Allen belt has never been done. That's what they say. That's what conspiracy theorists will say.
Right, but the Japanese have done it. China has done it. America has done it. I mean, there's proof that
They've said they've done it, and they've got video that they've done it, and they did shoot a backup reel with Stanley Kubrick in case something went wrong for the moon
Who?
landing.
Oh, yeah.
They did all that, but who's to say that it wasn't faked all along, and that all the countries have faked each other in order to game each other for...
Okay, well then what about the laser that you can ping off the location with the laser?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But
You have to,
I thought you were a space boy.
I've never heard about a laser.
Okay,
you can
yeah.
something. Yeah.
So you can physically hit the laser, and the projector that's on the moon where the landing is will come back at you. Yeah, look it up.
You can do that?
Yes.
Well, see, I'm all pro because I know photographers that have pulled up the landing. You can see the craft. You can see that the base of Eagle 1 was there.
What kind of pixels is that? My God.
Crazy. I mean, there's people that are taking pictures of the moon for a year solid and putting out gigapixels. NASA is using photographers' photos for mapping the moon now
Wow.
because photographers are doing a better job than what NASA scientists can do.
Aren't you gonna be
Astronomers.
Aren't you gonna be waking up in the morning to shoot the blood moon?
I sure am.
Okay,
I'll still be awake.
I believe this.
But yeah, no, I'll look that up. I've never heard the laser thing, but I'll
Wife
look that up for
must
sure.
be out of town.
She's back working.
So you're like, all right, me
My-
and the dog,
my
and I got a
sched-
vape,
Yeah.
watching some TV.
I'm totally hooked on Below Deck right now on the Bravo channel. It's like my new dirty secret. It's about these people that are in a boat.
Yep.
That's all. They just bitch at each other because they're the
That's
staff of a boat, and I'm just sitting there for hours vaping on the couch going, you tell them.
You
But
tell
then,
them there, guy.
do you sit there and go, y'all made how much in
2 days
5
or a day?
weeks?
Yeah.
y'all worked 5 weeks and made what I make in a year?
Yeah.
And you're crying and complaining about being on a super yacht?
Yeah.
Get over it.
Right.
Get over yourself.
I mean, I already finished Shoresy. I opened Shoresy like 2 days ago.
Oh,
and
Shoresy and Letterkenny are great. Yeah.
I'm already done with the season again. Now I got to wait again. Shoresy is one of, well, if you're a hockey player and a man, Shoresy is hands down one of the best shows ever.
yeah.
However, the best show ever, in my opinion, since we're going there, was Norseman. Did you guys ever watch Norseman?
I watched it up through
Norseman.
season 2. I didn't finish watching.
Oh my God, for me, that's my humor. Like when
Who wants to take the Etterstoop?
yeah. Well, when they can make you laugh about RAPE and it's not offensive, like that is
Yeah.
genius writing
Yeah.
because nobody liked her, and then even anyways, it was a great show, one of my favorites.
Getting back to your stuff.
Okay.
So you did Southern Satellite, and then you got Paper Towns you're working on right now. But you took off like 5 years.
Not 5, but
I mean, close.
I took off some time. I had a mental breakdown, man. I mean, let's just be honest. I would work a band up, and I would work them hard, and we would get super tight, and then it's like, what have you done for me lately? And then, you know, that guy's out. Right. So then you bring in another guy, and you work, and I did this my whole career, you know. I never was about hired guns. I always wanted to be in a band, and for some reason, that has never been the trajectory for me. Like, it's always been, I've been the solo artist that brings in the band, teaches the band, they play the stuff, and then they leave.
I don't think that time is lost. Obviously, we're surrounded by it. There's a lot of bands that are here that are like, there's bands here that right now that are looking for a lead singer. You know, they got Post-its all up, you know, looking for a lead singer, looking for a lead singer. I don't think it's lost, but I think in the scene that you and I venture in, that we're stuck in, not by choice, it is just what we do and how we write. They go, okay, you're over here, you know what I mean, and that sucks, you know. And I fight that daily, you know, to tell them like, hey man, well, I can go over here too, you know. But you're really over here. You're like, whatever, dude. You know.
Well, what's keeping you from breaking out from that?
Getting out of Texas, basically.
Why getting out of Texas?
Texas takes what we do and immediately puts it into Americana. And when you cross the Red River line and go south into Texas, Americana becomes Texas country.
But what you're saying, what you just said was completely different than just Americana. Like, I'm saying, what's keeping you from doing a different style of music with a band?
Oh, no. I mean, that's what we are doing with Deadwood. It's completely, I mean, fuck, Deadwood show is not, you know, it is fiddle, banjo, upright bass, and drums, and, you know, guitar. But we're not doing on those things what you would naturally hear coming from those. So it falls into like a murder folk.
But if you're falling into something that you don't like, why can't you just be like, all right, I'm done playing this. I want to play rock music now. I want to play.
You can. Yeah. I have a blast fucking playing with Deadwood. Yeah. I love playing it. It's fun. It's fun as shit. I'm just saying in Texas, the genre.
I prefer money.
Yeah. I mean, the genre.
That's just honesty, you know.
Well, that's another argument that you got to fight. Do you want to be an artist, or do you want to? And you can be an artist and make money. Yeah. That is possible.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
But are you just stuck for the money? You know.
No.
Because I know a lot of people they get stuck in a loop because, I mean, that is how they live, and they get behind on something, or they're playing shitty shows where they're not making enough money at all. So they find themselves in an endless loop, and then end up eating a bullet because they're tired of it, you know.
Right.
And that's the juggle you got to do.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I just recently so he asked me. So I just had that breakdown. I've been on the road honestly since 1920. I've been on the road, and now I'm showing my age, but I'm now into my late 40s. So 20-something years of 150 shows a year, 100 shows, and I was just burned out. I broke we moved into a new house, and I was scraping the popcorn ceiling, and I fell off this tiny little ladder, and I broke my left arm, and I'm left-handed, or it was my wrist. And so we were literally 2 days from going on tour for like a month, and I had to shut that down. And after that, and that was just us coming right back out of COVID. So we just got out of COVID. Things, we finally had the calendar lined up, and then to break the wrist. And I was like, oh, my God. And so that set back. And then by then, I get the band. I lose the old band completely. I put a whole new band together. We rehearsed for months trying to get They were green, the great musicians. You could see the potential in them, but they were green. So getting them to that confident, and then out on the road on tour, and then come off tour, and then everybody, they go their separate ways because the grass is greener, kind of thing. And I don't fault anybody for, taking care of themselves. That's life. But when you're close like that, you form bonds, and I know there are always employees, but I hate to use that word because I feel like we make friendships and bonds, and they invest, in this.
Totally.
And that never seems to be the reality of it, It's what have you done for me lately kind of thing. So that band completely fizzled, and I was like, I was so exhausted by then that I was like, screw this. I'm taking a break for a minute because I didn't have the willpower. I didn't want to get on the. My most favorite thing is being on the road. Like, I love being on tour, and I didn't want anything to do with that. I was disgusted by the thought of being on tour, and I was like, man, I'm over it. I'm done. You know, I put so much effort into this and tried to help people along the ways, and you know, I mean, look at Chris. You know, Chris was playing guitar for me, and then he left me to go to Cody, which was a great job. But I felt like, you know, I was kind of there for Chris. He was going through some really personal things, you know, and it's just like now he's, you know, maybe I'm a little jealous. You know, maybe it comes down to that. He's playing for 20,000 people, and you know, I'm playing for 500. I don't know.
That's understandable. That's 100% understandable.
Yeah.
And that
I'm
can
happy.
burn you out too, but you know.
Yeah, I think that it became a job.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't
And I don't want a job.
I don't think a lot of bands as a band realize like what your position, my position, positions like this entail.
Yeah.
And how much goes into it every day when it's running as a business, but you're also putting out your art, and how much you have to stay on it every fucking day. Like I can't go, like I couldn't go get a 9-to-5-er right now. There's no fucking way.
I mean, you could, but then there's no dates.
Right.
You learn how to deal with it.
I had one, dude. I learned to deal with it.
I've been in bands since 16. I've had a 9-to-5 for 30 years now, and I've lived with it. I've done it. I've led bands. I've sat in the back seat letting other people run bands and stuff. You learn to do it. You find the time. You find the room. If you want to do it, you'll fucking do it. That's just it. That's all it is. If you are proud of your art and you're having fun with what you do, you'll find time to do it.
Yeah.
And it may take, you know, all your off time.
Oh,
you know, when you
does.
leave the office, when you leave at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, whatever in the evening,
Yeah.
it may take the rest of the night. But
I agree with you, but also I think there's a difference between artist and musician. You know, like
I'd like to hear this definition.
Sure.
Because it's something I've talked to several people about. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So my theory is that the artist is enveloped in creating their art.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never had a day job. I mean, I think the longest job, and I'm being dead honest, I think the longest job I ever held was like a month. You know, I've always been a musician. I've always been an artist, creating and trying to figure out the artistic side.
But which are you? You just said I've always been a musician. I've always been an artist. Are you an artist? Or are you a musician?
Well, I'm an artist. I mean, hey,
Okay. Yeah.
period. I mean, that's what I am. I mean, of course, you could say, well, you're a musician because you play instruments and sing, but no.
No, but like you
I'm
said,
definitely
there
like
are
I've
two
never
different things.
sold. Not the word "sold out" is so overused. I just don't know what else to say. Because my dictionary is not that big right now.
It's late in the evening. That happens.
Yeah, the big words are not coming. But what I'm trying to say is that I've never. This was never about fame for me. This was never about popularity for me. This was about creating and doing something that I loved. And if I got paid to do it, then that was incredible. You know, the reality of life now, especially, is that you got to make money in order to, you know,
to do it.
To
go out and do it. Now, you can stick around and you can play locally in DFW
Sure,
all you fucking
sure,
want and
absolutely.
get caught in that rut and stay there. And I've done that. I did that for a decade. It didn't do shit for me. I just stayed here, did nothing. But then to go up to like Colorado, Kansas City, Nebraska, like these other states, and go up there and realize, man, my music's traveled up here, and I can go play, and I have fans up here that I never get to play for. You know, so let's say that if I were if I were to go back to work at like Miller or Eagle, right? If I were to go back and let's just take a Monday through Thursday job, right, from 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. and I'm working there in the day. Great, I can do that. I did that. I did it for 4 years. You know. I hated it. I hated every fucking day of it. You know what I mean? But what I loved about it, money was coming in. It was good money. I had insurance. Everything was good. Everything was great. But you know what fell off? Everything else. Because by the time I got my ass kicked all fucking day, I come home, the last thing I want to do is be on the computer all day, all night, putting out emails, putting out all the shit to get it done. Where are we going to be at this weekend? Basically playing the manager, road manager, you know, band member, the whole nine and trying to run that, only to get down to the show to have musicians be like, "Are they feeding us today, dude? It's on the calendar, bro." Like little things, like the littlest things, just piss me off. Like
before we were in the bus, did I ever tell you the story? Before we were in the bus, we were in like the short bus, and we were doing hotels, and I just did the Holiday Inn because I was like a Spire Elite member,
Sure.
Not the Red Roofs?
No,
The Red Roof Tour?
Had enough of that.
Yeah.
And one day,
Upgraded to the Holiday Inn.
yeah, one day, I think we spent $50,000-$60,000 on hotel rooms one year, and I was like, "This is insane." Anyways, one day, my guitar player, it might have been Haystack, comes down and they're bitching because they didn't have vanilla creamer for the coffee.
Wow.
And I said, "This is it, man. We're getting a bus. You're going to sleep in there, and that's it. Like, we'll get showers, but it's over the top." They're complaining about vanilla creamer, you know?
See, the thing with, like, from my aspect, is that I've always been in a band where everybody has a professional job.
Sure.
Or is their own
Sure.
boss or entrepreneur
Right.
or whatever. They run their own company, whatever. And so it's kind of weird. Well, especially now that we're older, we're not really worried about anything. We just kind of do whatever the fuck we want. We don't care. We've been to the top of the mountain. We've seen the valley down below. Then all hell broke loose, which is a long story on its own. So now all of us are just like, yeah, fuck it. We'll just do what we want, and whatever happens, happens. If it happens, if not, but let's entertain ourselves and please ourselves.
Correct.
We'll play the shows we want to play. We'll go where we want to play.
Right.
But like back in the day, you always had to work out, when all of us had jobs, you have to work around. If you want to go on tour, you got to take
Time off.
figure out your vacation schedules, line up your vacation schedules, make sure everybody can get off at a certain time. And, you do all that at the beginning of the year, and then you start building stuff out.
Yep.
The good thing about having a job and having money that you don't have when you're just having like a musician income, I'd say, is that you could hire someone to do most of the evening work that you were saying you were dreading.
Yeah.
You can hire a manager to take care of everything and get everything lined up on the road. And it doesn't have to be anything special
Not a good one.
or crazy.
No, yeah, run down. Yeah, that's right. Not a good one.
You can throw your money away, but
No, there are outlets and places you can go that you can get pretty decent ones for a decent price. Back in the day, I'm talking 90s, 2000s.
Okay,
sorry.
I'm not talking today. I'm talking 90s, 2000s.
I was going to say, like, give me this fucking.
Yeah,
number
I need
right
the
now.
number.
No,
Right now.
like everything's shot through the roof today, so that's
Gotcha,
done.
gotcha,
But you
sorry.
had people that knew
AI
stuff, and it
assistants.
was a different.
I agree with that.
It was a different time in the music industry, period.
Yes.
Where it was a lot easier to get shows and a lot easier to tour the States. And even Europe. It was a lot easier to go over
yeah.
to Europe and play.
Yeah.
Now it's, you got to cut a leg off or donate a bunch of fluid in order to leave Texas.
Speaking of
Seems.
Europe,
Yeah, that's a country
Well,
over there. There's rockets.
TJ and I got a pretty good fucking story about Ireland.
Oh yeah, that's a great story.
Are you one of the crew that
This
went
is-
over with him?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can I tell the story this
Yeah,
time?
you tell it.
All right. Because I remembered lots of details that you left out.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's best to leave those out.
Well, true. So we're over in Ireland, playing several different venues throughout Dublin and Ireland and all that stuff. Anyways, we have an off night, and my bus driver flew over. He just wanted to hang out.
TJ, hold on. We didn't have an off night. We basically said, fuck these people. Let's go enjoy Ireland.
Okay.
They had to get. We were supposed to be playing.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
we,
right.
We just said, fuck this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Did you know where you were when you said "fuck this"?
We were at the hotel.
I think we got
Yeah.
kicked off of the.
the night before.
It was supposed to be like an acoustic. Everybody
We
get
were
together.
killing it.
We were doing great.
We were murdering this Irish crowd, and they were loving it. And then we were like, "Oh, you guys get off stage. We got to get more people on here." Blah blah. And we were like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Anyways,
Anyway, yeah.
so it's an off night now,
yeah, it is now.
and I think we go eat, but we're just running around Dublin, just trying to figure out things. And you had heard that there was a Nirvana cover band.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to find this Nirvana cover band, and we walk into this dark, in Dublin, everything's dark, and, it's old, obviously. bricks and all that. We walk in, there's this big ass Russian dude, and he goes Viking, and I said, man, I don't think this is the right spot.
Oh,
I remember
know
this story.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah.
And so we go to the next venue over, just the next door over, and that's where that cover band was.
Yep.
And we're watching them, and they suck. And I tell Justin, I was like, dude, let's go back over to that one place, and I want to find out what this Viking band is. And so we all go back over there again. But everybody that's going in is like really dressed nice, and they're all speaking different languages. And so I knew that it was like you have to know somebody to get in. So me and Justin, we just walk in. The big Russian's there again, and we just go, we're with Viking, and he just let us through. So we go down to like, I don't know, a flight of stairs, and we're into this like movie set.
It was like
dungeon.
a dungeon. Like the hallways were curving with fucking stone and brick. I was like, this place is fucking
I was like,
awesome.
what is it? Anyways, I had to pee really, really bad. And so we're all trying to figure out what's going on because we don't hear a band yet, but there's lots of people down there. And so I run into the bathroom and I'm peeing, and this guy's next to me, and I go, what is this? He goes, what do you mean, what is this? And I go, the event. And he's like, he looks at me like, you're not supposed to be here. He goes, Vikings, dumbass, kind of thing. And I go, Vikings? The show? And I go, oh yeah, no, I was supposed to be here. It was so awkward. He knew that we weren't. So I come running out of the bathroom, and I go, guys, know what this is? And
it's the rap party.
It's the rap party for the Vikings TV show. And so from then, Justin, you were... What did you do? You weren't my bodyguard. I wrote the music in Vikings show. You did something. I cannot remember what you said your spot was.
Held the boom stand or some shit.
Yeah. Kanoy was the bodyguard.
Yeah.
Which was my bus driver. And now we're like we see cameras and shit. So I start hamming it up, dude. And I'm like, hey, over here. And so we're all getting together, taking pictures with with all the cameras.
And I mean the whole fucking, all the actors.
Yeah.
They're all there. Like, I'm seeing them walk around there. I'm like, oh, fuck, there goes old boy. There's the other one.
That one massive dude that has like 6 women around him in a booth. It was trippy, man. It was a great story.
The band started, it was a Motorhead tribute band. And I was like, did Lemmy just die and off himself in America and move to Ireland? Because that dude looks exactly like Lemmy.
Yeah.
Like, and he sounded just like him. And I was like, damn, this is pretty fucking good. And then, like, we get done. There was some other shit that happened in Ireland that was pretty fucking hysterical.
Right.
But we get done. Days go by. We check out. Go back home. A couple weeks later. Driving down the highway. Was it you that called me or did I call you?
I think you called me. I can't remember.
Somehow, those photos made it to TMZ. And there we were, just right there in a collage of photos from this rap
Totally
party.
faking it.
Just fucking like, wow, just drunk as shit.
It was just funny that we just walked in. We had no clue what was anything that was going on.
And I think it was because
we were just bored.
We were bored. Didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And the Russian guy couldn't, they're obviously American, so they have to be here.
Right. Yeah.
And you're pretty big, so that helped us.
Yeah, that helped out. I had that fucking hair back at the time with the shaved sides, so that kind of helped too. That didn't hurt nothing.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah,
you
this
should have
guy's-
said you were the Viking. You were on the show or whatever.
It was just funny that people all of a sudden started talking to us and
Like, oh yeah, I remember you.
I remember you, and I love that part. And I was like, y'all don't know crap.
I was the dude holding the boom. Remember when you were doing the thing? Oh yeah. I was just like, yeah, these people don't know.
We started eating their food and stuff. I feel bad if any Viking
No wonder they didn't
producer
do another season.
guy. Yeah.
They've done more seasons.
Surprised we haven't gotten a call yet for this season.
They were like, no, we got to change the name of this show to Vikings Valhalla now because 3 assholes fucked the whole thing up.
It was a good time.
Oh man. So yeah, there was a while there where TJ and I, like, we were Xboxaholics.
No, PlayStation.
Well, your PlayStation, I'm Xbox, where we are constantly.
Did you
playing.
hear that Xbox is?
I heard.
Yeah, I win.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what's the story with that? Because I
What?
haven't seen it.
Apparently, they're
So the new
Calling it.
CEO of Xbox is an AI representative.
I saw that. Yeah.
And she took over, and everyone's flipping out because everything they're trying to not have everything turn to AI, and she's all about it. So Xbox is basically just going down.
Other stock.
Yeah. So PlayStation's, I guess I'm going to have to buy a PS5 and get
Dude,
used to
it's
the
nice.
controllers. I hate the fucking controllers, but I've heard the PS5, the new controller is easier to use.
it's pretty legit.
I don't know.
I hate the Xbox controller. Anyways, that has nothing to do with this podcast.
From the control room, we have some breaking news.
Oh, do we?
Hit the sounder. What happened to having sound effects?
I know. 6
Like, yeah, the
shows
whole
and no
thing.
sound effects.
Like, what's the deal?
You'd rather
You
me
ha-
run the remote mixer instead of my soundboard.
I got the mixer right here, dude.
Okay.
It's not. Once it's set, you don't have to do anything.
Hey, just leave it alone.
You can.
Jesus
Fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And you know what? You're
It's
going to
not
have
like
to come
you're
get
in
the
there
cable for it. 'Cause
sweating,
the cable's over
like
here.
grabbing
Yeah, it's
volume knobs and
Yeah.
compression switches and EQ.
You're not
tweaking.
running a show. Breaking news. Craig sent this to me. It says Sharon Osbourne confirms that Ozfest is absolutely coming back next year.
Really?
How's that for riding on the coattails of your dead husband?
Yeah, no shit. But in the same sentence, I'm not surprised.
That doesn't bother me personally.
She's
I'm
a
glad
money
that
hungry whore.
I'm glad that it's continuing.
I am too. I mean, I liked it. It was
Dude,
fun.
she
Is it
has
gonna
more
tour?
money than she's ever gonna need.
Yeah, but let's
she's not
also
money
face
hungry.
something. Let's face something here. Like Sharon Osbourne literally carried his fucking old ass
Yeah.
forever.
From
Very true.
From day one.
from Monsters of Rock to
Yes.
Yeah.
Moscow
Carried
Peace
his ass.
Festival. Like,
all the shit she went through with him, and she was his
Yeah.
manager, and she took care of him, and
Yep.
she was,
She did.
you know. So
Back
if she
when
wants
she
to
was a
continue
big roly-poly.
Ozfest, it's nothing new.
Yeah, why are you bitter about that?
I'm just
curious.
I think it's interesting that you can bring it back now, but you can bring it back when your husband was around.
That's a good point.
You
I
know,
would say
you could-
probably because Ozzy would have wanted to be there, and given the health situations that he was in, she was like, "Well, fuck, we're just not gonna be able to do
You
that."
could do one-off shows. They did it here. They did
It's
a
true.
single Ozfest one year up at Frisco at the soccer stadium. You could do that.
Wow, they did that at the soccer stadium. That must have been an intimate show.
No, it was packed. It was more than Starplex holds.
Really?
Uh-huh.
In Frisco?
Yeah, that soccer stadium holds more than Starplex. When you have everybody down on the field and everything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, Starplex still sucks. It's funny, we call it Starplex, and that's not even its name. But
It's not even Starplex.
its original name
Yeah,
was
that's
was
when you
Starplex.
know you're talking to an OG when we call it
Yeah.
Starplex.
Yeah.
Right,
Dos
right.
Equis.
I never
Shut
heard
the
a
fuck up, Matthew. It is not. It is
Dos
Starplex
Equis.
forever.
That was a
Yeah.
question, not a statement.
I never heard a great and I'm always like at console or in front.
I'm hooking up a fucking soundboard. I'm gonna have it in here just fucking.
My first show there was Jimmy Buffett. My brother took me to see Jimmy Buffett at the Starplex.
And
I just remember some beach balls. I didn't know a single song. I wasn't a Jimmy Buffett fan, but I was excited that I finally got to go to my first live concert and see what it was all about.
have you ever seen Club Dread?
No.
That spoof horror movie, I remember. I remember seeing.
It's from the Broken Lizard guys
Yeah,
that
yeah.
did Super Troopers. They did Club Dread.
Can't remember if I've seen it or not. I remember it though.
The guy that God damn it, what's his name? He fucking died. Oh shit! I could see his face. He was the guy that played Chet in Weird Science.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Carradine that recently died?
Craig,
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton.
Oh yeah, old Bill, Fort Worth's home.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
Bill?
was.
Oh, Bill.
Billy Bill.
Oh, Billy.
I played fetch with Bill.
Well,
He played Coconut Pete.
played Coconut Pete. Yeah. And what was his hit song that in the movie? Because that girl was like, "Play Margaritaville." He's like, "How about I fucking don't?" He's so bad. And I had fucking 3 number ones on the damn chart. I don't need to play this goddamn bullshit. Like, walks off drunk.
There were 2 shows at Starplex where Jimmy Buffett played. He was playing Starplex, but at the Fair Park Music Hall was the Panther Typo Negative show.
Yeah.
And everybody had to park together. So the crowd was really, like, as the parking from Starplex and the parking from the Fair Park Coliseum, they start mingling at one point.
Oh, no.
So the Pantera crowd is mingling with the Jimmy Buffett crowd.
Oh, okay.
Which was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And then the other show was Foo Fighters and Jimmy Buffett, where Foo Fighters were in the Coliseum, Jimmy Buffett was out there.
Wow.
And that was a little more tame.
I never
Yeah,
got
you
to see the
can-
Foo Fighters. I got to see Tool the first time they ever came through as after Undertow. And I guess my claim to fame at Fair Park was the Nirvana. It was one of his last shows before he went overseas.
How's it, that one?
That was a good one.
That was the last
Remember when he
episode.
just stopped and he was like, if anybody touches this girl again, you're just going to hear feedback for 45 effing minutes.
Melvin's opened. Everybody's pissed off.
Yep.
'Cause the Melvins were all just making racket noise. This was back in their racket noise day.
Yeah. And the room never sounded great.
No.
So,
No, the last show I saw there was Pantera with Morbid Angel
nice.
and, oh, God, Exodus, I think. Or Anthrax. Is Anthrax. And it sounded so bad.
Yeah.
Didn't Kirk Hammett
So
play
bad.
for Exodus at one point?
At one point,
Yes,
yeah.
Yep.
that's what he
Early
played
on.
with. Before
Do they even
Metallica.
do music in there anymore? Good.
Used to go to Dallas.
Do you know-
Did you go to Dallas Freeze games there?
No, I never got to check out the Freeze games.
Did you go to Fire games?
No.
Fort Worth Fire?
I did Brahma.
Oh, yeah.
Bar-
The Brahmas, the Tornadoes, the whatever the fuck they are.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think it was before the Brahmas, though. It was. We had like a minor league.
The Texas Tornadoes were a little bit.
Well, I thought
like
were
2
they,
seasons?
Were they in Lubbock?
No, they had them here at NYTEX
Oh, okay.
for like 2 seasons, and then the Brahmas took over. And
So yeah, it must have been the Brahmas then. I thought they had a different name. This was a long time ago, but no. As soon as the Stars were in Dallas, it was like game on.
or are you old enough to remember the Fort Worth Texans at Tarrant County or Will Rogers?
Mm-mm.
I was a wee pup and would go. My aunt and her boyfriend at the time were super into them. And somehow her boyfriend had connection with, like, knew some of the guys on the team and stuff, because these are we're talking about, you know, grocery baggers that played hockey at night.
Right,
you know.
right, yeah.
But they ended up winning their version of the Stanley Cup.
Well, that's awesome.
And I can't remember who they were a feeder team for, but I got one of their old game-worn jerseys in my closet, and that thing is brittle, I think, from all the sweat that was in it from the game. It's really bad.
Blah.
It's
Blah.
really, really bad. But yeah, they were cool. That's where I learned to love hockey and
Yeah.
the ultra violence of hockey, because at that level they did not give a shit
No.
and would beat the hell out of each other.
It's great stuff.
Yep.
And it's all manned, like it's all controlled by the guys. Like
Yeah.
they police themselves. And so there's this beautiful, like, you know, unspoken terms and things that happen on the ice, and then if you screw somebody the wrong way, then, you know, back in the day you had the enforcer, and he comes out and he levels your ass. It was like violence in motion with poetry.
Yes, absolutely.
Did you watch the Kraken game the other night?
God, NFL
How's
could
that
use
Kraken
more of
game?
this.
You were at that game?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty nice, pretty fun.
Yeah.
Especially the first 2 periods when it was 4-0.
I was surprised that they were.
Loose.
I was surprised that they were coming at us as hard as they were. Like they were trying to be physical with us,
Yeah.
but not when you have Big Bish on the ice. It's over then. Sorry, this isn't a hockey podcast, but
Could you imagine, though, if the NFL would allow this at any point for there to be
No.
roughness like that?
dude,
Come on, think about it. Come on, just give us what we really want. We want to see
Yeah.
gladiators go at it, right?
that's I I can't even watch football much anymore. I watched the
know.
Super Bowl, but I was the biggest Cowboys fan that could be. I bled Cowboy. I don't even care anymore. Like, once I left hockey for a few years, and I kind of just let it go. It was during our dull time, those Dallas Stars. We had a bad dull time, 2012, 2010, all through there. But then I came back, and I was like, why did I ever leave? This is the greatest sport
in the world.
Yeah. If people don't go to a live game, it's night and day. Anyways.
Yeah, you've got to see it live.
Yeah, it beats
is.
any football game. What do they say? Like 8 minutes or 6 minutes of actual
play
in an NFL football game.
Yeah.
Whereas hockey is 60 minutes.
Nonstop,
well,
pretty much.
pretty much.
Yeah, close to nonstop.
Yeah.
Don't bag on the Cowboys too much, man. You're gonna get him in trouble.
Hey,
I still, respect if when Jerry releases the reins, I will be back on the Cowboy wagon.
there's a lot I wish I could say,
I know there is.
and there's a lot I wish I don't want to get any of my.
I mean, really, I'm an Eagles fan.
Well, no, there's a problem.
Okay, that's an issue
that's
right
a
there.
problem.
That strikes
That's a
1,
big
2, and
problem.
3 in my book. Go the fuck on out that
Yeah.
door.
Yeah,
this
no
podcast,
doubt.
episode 6.
Isn't
just became,
it amazing how you can hate somebody
Us.
so fast?
It is.
It's like when I see a Colorado Avalanche fan, I just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah,
guys have that.
I'm
I
with
don't
you on
give a
that.
shit.
Yeah,
I'm not a
Just
sports
say with
person.
Eagles.
they're
I
my
want to
alt.
punch them.
They're not my main. They're my alt.
You can't have the. That's what's bugging me about that, but I didn't want to get into
Well,
it.
no, that was back.
Back in the day, I understand
Now,
it.
my
but
other
now we're
alt-
in the same division.
Yeah, now we're in the same division. I can't be an alt. So Carolina is my other dark horse alt.
How's Stanky
Before they started
doing?
winning, I haven't even looked.
Yeah, I think his numbers are exactly the same as what they were here, which means
Yeah.
he's not
Not growing.
going forward.
Yeah, when I came back from Dublin, I had to lay over in Philly, and I landed in Philly, and I couldn't get to DFW because of storms. There was tornadoes.
So it
crap,
wasn't
all
always
sorts of
sunny.
stuff. And I called and said, "Get me anywhere but here. I will spend the night in any city but Philly."
I will not rest my head in this
yes.
fucking town.
Get me to another airport.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna have to spend basically 2 days.
They
in
don't
Philly.
deserve my
Get caught
sleep.
up.
They don't
I
get
remember-
to have my sleep.
And I got moved. My ex mother-in-law worked for American, and she did some rearranging. And she's like, "I can get you into Cleveland, and you can sit in the airport overnight, sleep in the terminal, and then 6 a.m. you'll be on a flight." here."
Right. I don't know how it is now. So I don't, but my first time on tour, we had our first Philly date, and I remember driving over that bridge. I think it's the Washington Bridge or something. And you look, and it looked like Baghdad. I'm not joking. It looked.
What?
It was just dilapidated little houses and trash, and we played in the nice part, which was kind of into the hills, but I was like, this place is a s-hole,
Yeah.
I don't know how it is now, but
you
I'm
can
sure
say
that
shit
it's,
if you want to. It's okay.
I'm sure that it's still close to that same. I just don't know how people live. They want that community, like.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then I was for sure like, yeah, Philadelphia is the worst freaking football team and everything else in the world.
If you're one of the first stadiums before rebuilds, because now AT&T Stadium has one, but back in the day, if you're one of the first stadiums in the league that has a jail underneath you,
Yeah.
there's something wrong.
Did you hear about what happened up in Chicago
Jail? What?
with their stadium in Illinois?
Oh, yeah, they're leaving.
Did you know why?
Uh-uh.
Talking about Wrigley Field or which stadium?
Pull it up. Pull it up. The Bear Stadium.
Because it's going to be a porno site.
Nope.
No?
You're gonna shit when you see this story, dude. It was like, what? What? I think in all, it's gonna cost like $8 billion to put a roof on the stadium. They're gonna rebuild the stadium, put a whole new stadium together, right? And they got most of it granted. Like they got all this money taken care of, and they were only asking like $800 million from the state, and the state was like, no, We're not giving it to you. We don't want to. And
I knew that. I thought you were
Yeah,
going to tell us there was like Jimmy Hoffa. They found him finally.
Yeah, that's something. I was expecting for something hardcore.
we all
This
know
just-
he's at the Yang Stadium. We all know that. He's in the concrete. He's just
In the stadium.
So-
That's why Giants always have injuries.
yeah.
Is it just they're going to move them out of Chicago somewhere into Illinois?
I think
That's
they're
what it kinda
leaving-
looks like.
I think they're leaving Illinois.
I thought they were going to Ohio.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Well, I see. Oh, Chicago Bears of Indiana.
Oh shit!
Oh, Indiana.
Indiana.
Oh wow.
Now it's starting to make sense. Here we go. Some Indiana residents aren't thrilled about paying for Bears' new stadium.
Well, they already have.
Indiana Bears.
I think they'll still call them Chicago
What city
Bears.
would they claim though?
Because it's going to be
'Cause
suburbs of
Indianapolis
Chicago.
has Colts.
Yeah, but now
Like
you're
Gary, Indiana is Chicago.
Essentially, yeah.
but that's the south side of Chicago. That's where bad shit happens,
That's
right?
probably where they're going. I mean, I don't know where that town is.
well, with the
kinda like
exception
the-
of the
like the
Jacksons being
Chiefs.
born, but that's neither here nor there.
Like, you ever been to Chief Stadium? See
Yes.
where that's at? It's like in a really horrible part
It's
of Kansas
awful.
City. It's god awful, man. We pass by it all the time. I'm like,
First time I saw it, I was like, "What?"
MCI's
This is
got
it?
to be one of the worst airports I've ever been in Kansas City.
Meanwhile, we're sitting over here with a gigantic spaceship. It's pristine and nice. Can't seem to win against fucking games, but we have a great stadium out of it.
Yeah, the stadium's amazing.
I
They
used to
managed to
live
point
right
that
there.
thing directly at the fucking sun with that goddamn window. Can't
Yeah.
put auto
Dumbest
blinders
ideas,
on it.
No,
Yeah.
only stadium in the league that points east and west.
Fuckers.
All
Just-
the other stadiums,
but
point, are
can't
north and
afford to
south.
put some window tint on there to like make it black out when the sun sets right into it.
Oh,
They have.
they do that
have
for
curtains.
every concert. They they black out those windows for every single concert that's played.
But for
there.
the games, they can't.
No,
For
they
the games,
can.
They can't.
They can.
No, they can. He
But
chooses
Jerry,
not to.
yeah, he chooses not to.
It's ridiculous.
Anyways.
And I took pictures last year because it amused the shit out of me, of people just standing there getting blinded by the sun, like Indiana Jones had just gone into the Well of Souls and stuck the staff in the map room, and it was just shooting the laser into these people's eyes, and they're all just like, ugh. For half a quarter, you can't see anything that's going on. And these people pay how much for these seats?
$1,000
Yeah.
Which movie was that?
per seat.
Are you still doing trimmer trails?
I haven't been able to do it much lately, but that's my side passion project, is just getting out on mountains and, incredible places in America and just off-roading.
Why is it called Tremor
So-
Trails? Are you looking for graboids?
Grab what?
That's a movie.
That's a movie.
That's a movie
I know where
reference.
you're going to graboids. From Trimmers.
yeah.
No, Trimmer like the vehicle type of Ford.
So there was nothing on YouTube about trimmer trucks when they came out. And people think that trimmer, well, now especially, it is just a package, or a stock trim. But back in the day, when it first came out in 21, trimmer was its own thing. They had, I won't get into all of it, but they built it off of an F-150, design, but they put tons of crap into it. So anyways, because there was nothing out on YouTube, I never saw myself being a YouTuber, but I just started filming some things that I learned about the truck, and then I started going out on trails, and then it started to grow from there into, other trimmer people, and then just like regular off-road people. But I just go out all over the West. And
What trails are you doing? Because now you're barking up my alley.
okay, what? I mean,
I don't know where you parked, but if you saw the 4Runner parked over here,
I did see that.
that's mine.
I've done, I think, we started, the first one was probably the one that everybody goes to, or they go to Moab, but did Engineer Pass. Mm-hmm. And I was like, holy crap, we are high when you come down the back end of that. Of course, now it's
Gorgeous.
a
Yeah.
cakewalk. And from there into Moab, did,
I haven't done Moab yet in the 4Runner. But
oh, dude. Have you been to Moab, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so started there with what is the easy one, a natural bridge, did that, and then just started progressing more, and then you end up doing, I've pretty much done not all of Moab, but all of the moderate I mean, I can't, obviously in a truck, you can't,
Do the wall climbs.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're not going to be able to go do, crazy. You're
And
not
I don't give a
Pritchett
shit about
Canyon
that.
or any of that stuff.
I don't give a shit about that. Those guys with their fun little Jeeps that climb all that shit and everything, that's fine.
Yeah.
Y'all go do that. That's cool.
Like me.
But that doesn't I'm more in it to go see cool shit.
Yeah.
That's what I want to
See
do.
cool stuff and just be away from people.
Yeah.
Like some of my favorite places are out in New Mexico. I will go out there and I won't see another soul for a week, if that's how long I'm staying or whatever. I certainly won't see a soul, in a day or a weekend. And you're just up in the mountains just exploring,
Yeah.
And so that was like side project that I was doing, me and my wife were doing. And she got back into education. She was a superintendent in Lubbock, and she stepped away, but then she was like, I'm bored. I want to get back into it because she's all about kids. And so now she's assistant superintendent in Kerrville. And then, of course, they had all those floods and stuff like that. So she's down in Kerrville during the week, and then she comes up for the weekend, and then she's back down there kind of thing. So I have two dogs that I love and all that, and they're not the best on the road. So we just kind of put it on the back end right now.
Man.
But I hope to get back out there soon because
you were doing good with it too. You were shooting. You were learning the film process.
Yeah.
You were learning the action film process. You were learning the editing on that.
It's a lot.
Dude, editing
It is a
film
lot.
is no joke.
Not editing. I've been an editor my whole life. Well, that's what I went to college for, and I ended up getting lucky with some stunt guy named Bill Bear. Do you know Bill Bear?
That sounds real familiar. Bill Bear, the musician Bill Bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
him.
He ran into my ex definitely now, but the girl that I was dating at the time, and somehow she talked to him and they became friends or whatever, and he's like, hey, doesn't your boyfriend, is he looking for work? And I had just come out of 2 years at the college thing doing editing, and I got an immediate job with my buddy Jay Gillian, and I started editing a sitcom for them that was supposed to be going out. So editing has always been a blast. And like those jobs that I would get from time to time, like I worked on Invincible, speaking of Philadelphia, like the Walt Disney movie. I worked on that, Mark Wahlberg and Greg. Who was the guy we were just talking about that died?
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton.
Was it Bill Paxton or was it Greg Kinnear? I think it was Greg Kinnear in that movie.
I think he was in Invincible, yeah.
Yeah.
Invincible.
Anyways, and so that was right. That was the last year before they tore down Texas Stadium. And so I was able to be out there standing on the star, which was a really cool thing for me. But yeah, so those were kind of my gigs. But with I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using 5 shots, 5 cameras, time coded on the vehicle, and then I have my B shots where I either have the drone or I'm putting something out and then driving by. So it takes a lot to get all that going.
Especially when you're running solo, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot to do. It's a lot to do, man. People don't realize how much goes into it. You know what I mean?
But it's fun.
And how much space that takes. People don't realize that when you start talking to people about,
Oh, yeah.
I want you to shoot my wedding. Okay, well, I'm going to have, 3 to 5 cameras there. And, well, can you edit up by, in 3 days? No.
No.
I can't. It's going to take a while.
I mean, just
Gotta get
getting
all this stuff
everything
lined up and sorted, like sorted and figured out what you want to use. Yeah.
That's why we used to have...
Your name came up. Craig and I have talked many times. I think we talked to you about it. What was it, last week? I think we talked about, we've come up, we've had the idea of shooting a horror movie, right? Coming up with some sort of horror movie. And I started thinking about actors and people would want in it, and you were definitely one of them.
What, am I the protagonist?
I don't know yet. I don't know. Could be. Yeah, you would be that guy, wouldn't you? You would be that dude. A fucker.
I don't believe in any of that crap.
I know you don't. I would love to get you out on one, but we're not really doing that anymore either.
Yeah.
Didn't
find anything, did you?
No, that's the reason we're not doing it anymore. Yeah.
Just things that go bump in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that there are some sacred places for sure. out there. Like I said, go to Shipwreck. You'll see why the Indians don't go out there at night.
Well, so you
Yeah,
do
that's,
believe. You say you don't, but you believe enough not to go out there.
I believe in demons.
Sure.
I believe in evil spirit.
Sure.
Did you ever come across anything that freaked you out really bad while you were out by yourself?
No.
Camping or whatever?
Honestly, and I was really apprehensive about that, But out there, as cliche as it is, I feel connected to God, and I don't, not only that, but I have weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not going to kill a ghost, but
Yeah.
it'll scare him, maybe. I don't know.
Not gonna do
Die!
Loud noise! Loud noise! Go away!
Yeah. No, I've never seen anything trippy.
Did anybody from the reservation stop you? Like, at
Oh,
Shiprock
no, I
going
didn't
out
go
there?
to Shiprock. I'm not. That's on the res, so you got to have permission, first of all.
I drove out pretty far.
Did you?
Close to it, like off the road, and got up in there on some roads where there was no one around. There were no houses, no nothing.
Yeah.
So I just kept following trails back up in there and got pretty close and got some awesome photos of it and everything because that's what I was after. But, I started reading up on it afterwards because I was wondering, like, does anybody ever climb that? Like, because it looks like would be fun to climb, and all the rules and everything. And then, of course, the weird shit comes out about all the skinwalkers or whatever
Yeah.
that are supposedly around there and spirits that guard it and stuff. And if you get up there, and you're not part of the tribe or part of the reservation or whatever, they'll fuck with you.
The Indians are scared. Like, they straight up, like, they've seen the stuff, and they don't jack with that. Like, as sun goes down, they go.
I can say that in all the years I spent doing it, I don't think we ever came across a ghost.
Right.
We came across some evil.
So what the fuck was that in there?
Evil.
You think that was evil?
Pure 100%. I won't go back in that room. That's where we got it. It was down the hall here.
Did you come across anything Native American in spirit?
Craig and I
Like
did.
anything?
Yeah.
Did? Where?
So Craig, chime in here when you can. So we were at Waples where we did all the headphone stuff when we got all that going back and forth. And it didn't make it to camera because the audio wouldn't pick it up. We were sitting out on the porch, and all of a sudden we're hearing like war drums going.
It's just a train coming.
Wasn't a train. It was. Craig can tell you, it was clearly drums. I mean,
It was out in the field.
It was out in the field.
And that's where someone did from high school, they did a report on it, and there was a big Indian battle out there in that field.
Right on
Really?
that,
Yeah.
right on that field. And then you look it up, and there was a big like native Indian battle that happened right there in that field, and we were hearing drums, etc. And I was like, but no. Other than that, no. I mean, everything.
Indians don't bang drums when they're at war.
Just saying, that's what we heard out there. That's the only. When you say native, that's the only thing we heard that was remotely native.
Hey, pull this up, Craig. Pull up my computer real quick if you can. It looks
There she is.
there. But like that's a little bitty trail, and the day I was out there, you can't really see it on this shot.
Where is
it's
this?
another shot.
New
This
Mexico?
is Shiprock, New Mexico, and it's a volcano throat, is what this is. That's coming up out of the earth. This would be like the inside of the cone of a volcano, basically.
Do you have an
Just left behind.
overshot of it so that they
no.
can see why? It looks like a
Shit.
bird.
I don't know where it went now. God dang it. And there's pictures in here I don't want to show off. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Now he's going to look.
It's like, I wonder what he's looking at here. Oh, that's a nice.
So this is
nice
kind
pair
of
of balls. Look at that.
here's the long shot of it. Where it's ripping apart, but I didn't have my drone with me.
Oh,
when I
gotcha.
went out there. So but I got a buddy that's got some photos of it I can pull up. But yeah, there was a little bitty van. Like I didn't realize how tall this thing was.
Oh, yeah.
Until I started editing, and one of these shots I have, there's a van sitting there, and it just looks like it's a piece of sand sitting down there.
Wow.
You zoom in on it, and you can see that it's a.
Well, one of the most remarkable trails is
There it is, right there.
the Heritage Trail in Mojave. The Mojave Heritage Trail.
Oh wow! Look at that.
But that right there, the end of my mouse, is a van.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the throat. And I was like, that looks like people could climb it and would have a lot of fun. Like, And like you said, they won't go near it. They say it's surrounded by spirits.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to the Mojave Trail.
Because it's going back to that too, because it's a throat, So in other words, it goes all the way to Molten, and so that's the what the Indians considered the underworld kind of thing. But anyways, the Mojave Heritage Trail is 700 and something miles all through the Mojave Preserve, and it's incredible.
Do you have to get permits for that, or do you have to
no.
tell the reservation you're coming on or anything?
No, because it's not res land.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No. This is right outside of Needles, California, is where it starts.
Okay.
And there's 4 sections that you got to get through, and each section is going to take you 3 to 4 days to do, and it is crazy, man. But it's beautiful. You get out there. I think section 3 was my favorite, but they're just straight up challenge. I mean, you get beat up for hours. I mean, beat up. And then all of a sudden you get to this spot and you're like, oh my God, this is incredible, But check it out, Mojave Heritage Trail.
You ever been out to Page?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Went out there one summer and then did the whole boat thing on Lake Powell, but was just absolutely blown away by that part of the world.
Did you do the Mogi?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that's
Didn't do any trail stuff.
it's pretty
back
fun. The Fire Road, so it comes out of the north side. What is that main town? I cannot remember right now, but you take north to south, and so you're up in the mountains and you're in the snow, and then you come all the way down to Lake Powell, and it's in a section of the trail. It's on fire because lightning strike hit a coal seam right there on the cliff, and so the coal has been burning
Just burns forever.
And yeah, it was really, really cool. So, I mean, you go from the trees to, it's kind of like the Moab thing, but I think cooler. I mean, because you've been to Powell, so you know that kind of, rock formation stuff. And you're just dropping into it the whole time.
That's cool.
I think the trail was about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, when we took the houseboat, we stayed 3 nights out on Lake Powell. You just anchor up wherever you go as far as you want, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Anchor up at night. And I had a drone then, my buddy's Mavic, and we took it up. And we're flying around and seeing all these trails. It's like, how the hell do you get to this shit? It's out in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
And you're on top of these bluffs, but there was stuff, like you said, that worked their way down to the lake off the bluffs. And I was, 1,300, 1,500 feet drop ins. And I was like, man, that's just amazing.
Yeah, there's some, outside of Hanksville and all that stuff, that's where you're out in no man's land. And now there's like a bunch of, I don't know if they've fixed it or not, but I know that for a long time you had a bunch of druggies out there and broke down van hippie people. But you go through there and then you get out and there's nobody. And you're just kind of, where the dude lost his arm kind of guy.
Yeah.
You're driving through that kind of stuff all the way into Lake Powell. So it's probably one of the most remote spots, I would think. I think probably Nevada has some more remote spots than that. But yeah, man. I mean, the West is beautiful.
Have you gotten out? I asked you this question last week, and you said no, and then for reasons I don't know why. But I'll ask you, have you gone through the Appalachian Trails?
The Appalachian Trails are very tiny right now. Mm-hmm. So their economy is they're really trying to get side-by-sides going. And there's kind of this rivalry because most overlanders hate side-by-sides because they screw up the trails, they rip up everything, they make it worse, and they leave their trash. So you can get vehicles through, obviously, all over there, but they're just now kind of expanding those trails to make them wide enough and convenient enough to get through with a regular vehicle. Because the side-by-sides are smaller, they're skinnier, and they rip through anything they want.
Have you done that trail that's north of Broken Bow? Starts
No,
a little bit out there and goes into Arkansas?
No.
It's like a 2-dayer.
Because I mean, I've been all over Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I mean, the east side, sure, it's nice right there, butted up against Arkansas, some hills and stuff. But if after you get to see what we've been blessed to see, Texas is ugly. I thought Texas was beautiful because I was a Texan. It's one of the ugliest states. Oklahoma's not good. I mean, depending on what you want, right? I guess I should clarify that. But when you get out into those canyons or even Montana, which now unfortunately the locals have some friends that are great, great friends that live in Montana. They have their whole lives, and now they're overrun, with people too. But,
thanks, Yellowstone.
Yeah, pretty much the Yellowstone helped that, and then
Shit, they did, I mean, it did the same thing to the stockyards. I could not believe this weekend in the stockyards. I haven't seen it like that since 98, 99.
Ever since they've opened Mule Alley, it's been insane down there.
It wasn't even at Mule Alley. That was actually empty. I'm talking
But
about.
that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's revived a bunch of stuff, bringing people down there,
Yeah.
making them realize, oh, there's shit to do. Mm-hmm. And there's cool hotels to stay at now that I could just walk out of and go
drink.
to the rodeo and drink.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He bought. When's the last time you went to Cattleman's?
I usually go to H3.
You won't be going there anymore.
Why?
They're fixing to shut it down for 2 years. Huh. And it's pissing off a bunch of people because the hotel and H3 are going to be closed for 2 years for renovation.
Wow.
You should see Cattleman's.
It's insane.
It's insanity. It doesn't even look like Cattleman's.
It's insanity during the weeknights. Like,
Well, didn't they soup that up for Lawman or
Sheridan bought it
and he made this whole crazy patio outdoor area
with a stage
and then the windows open up and overlook Main Street there.
Huh.
It's pretty wild what's been done to it.
He bought, well, so I've been told, up on top of the hill, on Exchange on top of the hill, by Cadillacs and Rodeo Exchange and whatnot. They just opened up another venue up there and just past Pearls, like he's buying up that entire neighborhood back there. So that whole neighborhood where Exchange continues on is now going to get dozed, and they're putting in condos, hotels, more restaurants, bars, the whole nine. It'll continue down. It's going to be, you watch, it's going to end up being the new 6th Street with hills.
All right.
They need to change their attitude down there if it's going to be the new 6th Street.
What do you mean?
You got to start opening up for all forms of music down there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
if you want that to be something that's on the map and bring everybody in there, you need to open up for everything.
In all fairness,
except
when 7th Street started blowing off and you had,
except that crowd,
6th Street Live, and which later became Lola's, and Lola's started down in Stockyards and then moved over to 6th Street Live, became Lola's over there. And then you
not
had
exactly the same, but yeah.
I mean, it was the same dude.
When he went from Rec Room to Lola's on 6th.
Lola's was in the Stockyards.
I know. It wasn't exactly the same thing.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the same setup.
Oh, no, I get you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, that side of town, like, if you were playing Texas Country, Americana, whatever, you weren't going over there and playing. You stay over at the Stockyards.
Yeah.
And they would let rock bands go down there and play and whatnot. And then it evolved into this cover band, or, hipster vibe for the longest time. Then it evolved into this cover band vibe, then in DJs, and then everything. Then, that's when Magnolia Motor Lounge came around, and land something, whatever. Anyway, they started doing it, and then it all crashed, and they bottom out, put in car garages and hotels and condos.
Well, what they need to do is keep the Stockyards rock and country.
Agreed.
Throw you can have cover bands in there. I get that. You need that for the revenue or whatever, but keep it. This is what it's going to be. Rock or country. That's it.
Yep.
Nothing else. Don't bring in.
There used to be a venue.
Party
It's
bands.
still there.
Don't bring in.
It shares the parking lot with Billy Bob's. It's right there on the corner as you're coming down Main Street. It's on the left. Like, if you look and you see, there's the entrance to Billy Bob's right here on the corner. And there's a venue, and it's been several different things over the years. But
Because Billy Bob owns that.
they were doing metal bands in there for a
They
while.
were
and
for a
rock
while.
bands.
It was the door for a little bit.
Okay.
So it was just like Christian stuff coming in there. Yeah. And if you said one thing wrong, they would just pull the breaker for the stage. Awesome.
Oh shit!
And kill the band. Tell them get off.
You're done.
Yeah. I had a couple of friends play there that let out. Fuck yeah, let's go. Done.
No way.
Yeah, they were ultra.
You can't run a venue like that, which is why they're not in business anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I know they were doing.
One in Dallas too.
They were using that building for production stuff. Last I checked, with our mutual friend that we know that works there, that I don't want to name because just doesn't need it.
Sure.
But yeah, they
Fair.
were doing like interviews and stuff over there and using it for video production stuff that they don't use in the main building.
Yep.
Yeah. But there needs to be
Mule Alley's bringing in like a bunch of like Nashville artists. You get a lot of Nashville artists that are coming into Mule Alley, and they're basically glorified cover bands. What they are,
Well,
we were talking
bringing
about
in metal.
I mean, they are,
Yeah.
but they're the only venue
Yeah.
besides Billy Bob's.
True.
You know what I mean? So that works. But
Between the Buried Men.
we were talking about an artist earlier, and you asked me what I thought about them, and I said, man, they're good, but it's a glorified cover band, and I'll say it, it's Giovanni and the Hired Guns.
Who will be at the Arlington Grand Prix in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Gio is literally dude, he's a great guy, but the show I saw, and I'm going off of what I saw, we opened up for him, played with him, it was a killer show, we had a great time, but it was a rock cover show.
Those guys intrigue me.
Yeah, it was just like,
They intrigue me in a weird way because I don't get it. It made my sensory overload, maybe my built-in autism freak out a little bit when I see country music being played on detuned 7 strings. It threw me off.
Yeah.
And that's the confusion of what Texas country is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. I mean, I was playing straight up and down 3-piece Texas rock and roll forever. And I got told we were too heavy. And then when COVID happened, we switched all that shit over to acoustic, and now look what's happening. 5 years later, 6 years later, this is what's going down.
That's why you just can't chase. You never chase what the next guy's doing. Do your thing.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
And just,
And back to what we were talking about earlier. That's being an artist.
yeah.
Right.
Doing your thing, and who gives a shit about anything else around you?
That's right. I'm happy for the guys that have made it on,
There was a question I wanted to ask both y'all. Have y'all, because you talk about the issues you've had with, going on tour, whatever, you come back, your band just kind of falls apart. Everything you've, put all your energy in building up just kind of falls apart. Have y'all ever done like a contract thing with people playing with you?
No.
No. I usually get, I've had a band. I had the same band for like 7 years, and then, but after that band, it's like you would have a guy for 2-3 years, but everybody else would be gone in a year. It's usually like this year cycle that kind of happens, and so every year, right when you start rolling and you got dates coming and all that stuff, because the problem is if we book a full band show, if I book a full band show in Wyoming, and then I don't have a band, the whole band put together, then I'll never get that date again, and I'll look like a punk.
Well, and that's why I bring up the thing about contracts, because I know a lot of people that do.
Really?
They'll have, and that's where it becomes more, like you said, more of a business than anything. Than it being.
I would assume you have to have them on a pretty high retainer.
Yeah, you would.
Like,
and where that gets involved is this, and I've said it 100 times. It's taking care of your band as the guy who's running the show, but making sure that literally everything is there for them. They don't have to ask a question, and they know when to show up, they know where to plug in, they know when to play, they know where they're sleeping, they know what shower they're taking, they know what food they're getting. It's all there.
Yeah.
And when you, I think the thing that him and I are saying is that when you put in that extra work, and you're laying this out for each individual member of the band and crew and everybody with you, and you've made it as simple as walking up and getting a glass of water, and then just to get shit on the end sucks, because you put days and hours and days and hours and days and hours and weeks and times into this to just get shit on it. Well, man, this guy called, I'm going to go play with him now. Fuck everything I did for you as a drummer or as a guitar player or a bass player or whatever. Fuck all that. But I will say this, and I can say this proudly. every single person I've ever had play with me has called me about 6 months to a year later, said, "Hey man, did you fill that spot yet?" Be like, "Yeah, it's filled." Well, if you ever need a bass player, you need a drummer, you need this, man, I'll come back, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I'll get an apology because they go out there into the world and they realize how shitty it is. When you got bands that are just saying, "Yeah, man, you can come play with me. Sure, you can come play in front of 2,500 people. Here's $100 and drive yourself."
And that's, I see this happening industry wide, even with huge giant bands. It seems like, if you're like a new guy that comes in, you weren't part of the core that put the band together, you're always going to be a little bit there on the outside and could be let go at any time.
Well, that sucks because it should, like, I've never had my guys have always been embraced immediately.
Well, and I mean, it's different ways and different bands, different attitudes, the way people treat people in the long run. But I do know here locally that there have been artists that are like, I'm doing everything in the studio, I'm building everything out, and I'm going to build a live band to go with me. And the live band, I'm going to have you on a contract.
Oh, for sure.
For like a year.
No, 100%. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 100% bands like that.
Okay,
I mean, fuck, most of our...
What happens when they renege on the contract?
Legal. I mean, it's right up front.
Well, what are you giving?
I'll come after you for everything you
Are
got.
you giving them a retainer?
I'll see if I still have one on my laptop. I'll show you when the show's over. But I'm not saying any names. I'm not saying who it belongs to. I'm not going any further.
Okay.
But
I just don't see how that would work.
I'll look and I'll show you. And I mean,
not only that,
if it's not for that, it's also your face value.
For me, I wouldn't be. Hey, bro, you need to sign this to come play with me.
No, it's an agreement to begin with.
Like you're contracting the
hey, you want to come? I'm building this. Would you like to play for me? Well, in order for this to happen, I need you to sign this and look over it and take care of it. It's not like, sign it or die or whatever.
No.
You have the option.
Of course.
But
you can't leave me high and dry.
You can't leave me high and dry. If you do, this is what's going to happen. And screw legal, the just word of mouth of fucking someone over bad enough in this area in this
anymore.
Scene. Oh yeah, it does.
And some
maybe in small
scenes.
Not in big scenes. In the metal scene, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the metal scene here is probably as big, if not bigger, than the Texas country scene.
Yeah.
I mean, by far.
Yeah, just different worlds, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And you start talking, you fuck someone up, they will.
I had a guy come to me
that
was playing for me before COVID. He's like, "Man, I just got to make more money. I just got to make more money. I kept saying it over and over again. He's like, "I need to find out how I can be making $700 a gig." I was like, I started laughing. I was like,
"That's it?
You want to make $700 a gig to play your instrument?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, it's not going to happen with me, man. Not right now."
Oh.
I said, "There's no way it's going to happen." And he was like, "Well, I got to find a way to do that." And so he quit me and went on, and then now he hung it up altogether. He's not playing at all anymore. And he went to go work a normal job. But I think that's where it comes across as they get comfortable, and you are feeding them, you are taking care of them, you're doing everything, you're making it so cush. They just think, "Man, this is so fucking easy. All I got to do is show up and do this." And then they go, "Well, I want more."
Yeah,
well, I want more. So I just straight up with my guys all the way across. I don't leave anything off the table. Here's what we made this show. This is what you're making. This is what you're making. Everyone's making across the table. This is my get home. This is what comes out in taxes. Here's the expenses it took to get here. Here was the promotion that I put in. And at the end of the day, we're all about even.
And here's the thing that I'm starting to see, and that I've seen it for a long time in y'all's scene, the Americana, Texas country scene, whatever, is that there's a lot of people treat it as stepping stones to get from here to there to there.
Yeah.
And there's not that much in, rock, pop, metal scenes in this area. It's more, you're more committed. It's treated like
a family.
You're working together.
Yeah.
You're doing stuff. You become a family. And when something happens, it's a big ordeal. It's a shocker to the scene and the fans. It's like oh my God, really? This,
so and so's not going to make it.
So and so,
what the hell?
like, I know I'm not going to say names here, but like someone's moving away and they're moving out of a pretty big band that's here.
Yeah,
they're moving out of town, and they've got to be replaced. But it was like a big deal. It was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Holy shit, you've got all this.
Yeah.
Y'all are doing so good, and you're releasing all this, and blah blah blah. And it's just one of those things. Like, it's not a stepping stone thing in the rock, pop, metal world. Like it is.
That's cool.
In the
That's something that I wish
that's
we had.
great. That's where
I just chalk it up to the game. I mean, people are going to come, people are going to go. But what I learned, I've always known it, but what I reaffirmed to myself is that I'm the one that can only control my artistry. And so, guys will come, guys will go. And if I don't, do I even want to carry a band anymore? Do I want to do solo? Do I want to do a duo kind of experimental thing? The world, is my oyster. It just depends on how I want to do it. But yeah, I was bitter for years because I felt like every person that ever left me was a way better musician, before they came in. And so I'm proud of that, but I was bitter because ego.
Well, and you start, all this, like you said,
and all
this
the
time
hours
and energy and all that stuff I put in, and I thought we were brothers and we were going to fight through it. Blah, blah, blah.
Insurance and all the things that go with it.
And I think that's what made, like, Deadwood, that's why we're so good together. We do work with each other. We make votes on everything. It's not me just leading the pack. We all vote to get in.
It's not what I've read on Twitter.
About us?
Yeah, there's some infighting. I can't.
Oh, shut up. There's nothing on Twitter. Half my guys don't even know what Twitter is. But it does to a point, but it just comes down to a point where you got to explain that to the people coming in. Like, look, I don't want to just fucking be the guy.
Yeah.
I want us to work together. You know what I mean? So that way, at the end of the day, when an album doesn't get recorded, or we don't go out to a show, or the vice versa of that, we have a great show. We have 2 great shows. We have a packed crowd. The energy's right, and it sounds good, and we're working towards the next thing. We know as a whole that we did this together.
Yeah.
We come up with the things together.
That's the band mentality.
We sat in this room together, last week and did rehearsal, and we're coming up with different things that were. Maybe I would not have thought of it. Like Bob had this deal for the intro, or we're expanding the intro of the show, and we're doing this whole like clap thing where everyone starts clapping right in the middle of it, and it worked. We got 3 shows this past week. They were fucking packed ass, and that's the first thing off the stage, and I get everybody clapping in the whole fucking crowd, and they're running the rhythm, and then Corey goes into this like Celtic deal, and then we come in with a rock vibe to it, and it's fucking killer. Because the first of the show and the end of the show kind of is an intro and an outro, because we do Dropkick Murphys on the back end. So it's like, this works. But we're all doing it together is the point. Like, we're all making decisions together. Now, are there things happening inside the band that we're all just kind of like, what the fuck?
That happens with every band.
That happens with every band.
That's being in a band.
Right.
That's being in a family.
But I think a lot of musicians today versus the artist, a lot of musicians are about building their brand. You're not a brand, bro. You're a drummer. You're a bass player. You're a guitar player. You're not a brand. You're not.
Now you want to know where
you're not FUBU.
I will piss people off right here. I'll just piss everyone off. Is I think the difference between an artist and a musician changed when these fucking School of Rock started popping up everywhere.
Wow.
And these parents just started dropping their kids off, being like, learn an instrument, learn this, learn that. And these kids aren't really, they're learning all these songs. Neat, I can play a ton of Zeppelin tunes and a ton of Black Sabbath tunes.
But do they really want to be there?
But do they really want to be there? They're musicians. They can play, but they're not artists. They can't write. And there's like, I would say 1 out of 1,000 of these kids that can actually do something.
Bob, our bass player, he's a teacher. AC's a teacher. Corey's a teacher. Bob was talking
at School of Rock?
No, they're at actual like high schools.
I have 2 buddies that I'm really close with that teach at Hall's Music.
And these like students that come in, Bob will be like, what'd you practice this week? Let's start there. Let's go with that, And And he'll be like, I didn't have any time to practice this week. Okay, can you show me X, Y, and Z that we did last week? No, I can't. Like, none of them want to learn it. They're just there to get the credit, just do enough to skate by and move on. But then he has other students that are really into it and want to, So, yeah, I think you could be onto something there.
I think that's the issue right there is that the artists, and I can only speak for myself, or my friends that I've talked to, we feel we're screwed by our management, we're screwed by our label, we're screwed by, if you have a manager that you're doing, so everybody's getting a cut of the artist, right? And now you have Suno and you have all of this AI crap, and it's like, what do you? The graphic designers almost rioted when AI started coming out because now they don't have their jobs, and it's like, we were supposed to be like, do my dishes for me, AI, not take away something that I've worked and honed on my whole entire life that you can do mediocrely, but it'll be incredible in 5 years, So it's like, how much are we going to... Everybody wants to be a star, or they want to be a famous musician or something, and... once you live, not that I've ever been famous, but I've done okay for myself in my life. Once you see what really goes on, you have to be 100% committed to it.
Right.
Like, that's why if a kid's not practicing, there's only, I guess this is the way I should put it, there's only so many of us that are actually born to be artists or incredible musicians that I would consider artists. Famous flamenco guitar players or people like that. Not everybody is born with the talent of music. So stop trying to use your AI to be, an artist or a musician. I think that's what frustrates me.
Or these parents need to stop pushing their kids onto these fucking TV shows.
Well, that's a whole other can of worms.
And that's where I'm going, is like
American Idol.
Trying to make them into a star, and that star is more than just being a musician. It's being, American Idol isn't just about singing. Look at Kelly Clarkson.
Well, there's only a few that made it, though.
There's only a few that made it, and she's the biggest by far.
And the first. Yeah.
Carrie. Oh, she was on the other one.
No, she was on American Idol.
She was on American Idol.
Yeah, she was on American
Carrie
Idol.
Underwood?
Yeah.
She's way bigger than...
Maybe music sales, yeah. But she doesn't have her own TV show. She hasn't had her own TV show for 7 years.
Fair enough. Who cares? I understand your point, though.
But but that's what I'm saying. Is like Kelly was the first one. She got the most out of it. Then it slowly trickled down to where people got. Who was season 2 winner?
I don't know.
Who was season 3 winner?
Ruben Studdard.
And
Carrie Underwood. I don't watch the show.
I don't think Carrie Underwood even won. Right?
Yeah, she did.
She was one that won?
Yeah, she won the third one in 2004.
There you go. But anyway, those shows are built to be more than just a singer. They're pushing these people to be Hollywood entertainment.
I used to go out on stage and I would make a joke. Like when we would first introduce ourselves, I'd be like, "Hi, I'm TJ. I'm season 8 winner of America's Got Talent. I'm also the 3rd runner-up in season 6 of American Idol. And I just want to say that episode 12 of The Voice, you can see me there as well." And people started clapping one time. It was out in West Texas. And I was like, guys, you can't really...
buy this shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of awesome.
That was like
I would have rolled with that.
That's my humor, though. Is like,
I always like to, when I know that the venue hasn't promoted, and I know that we've busted our ass to get people there, and we'll bring like 50, 60 people, but I know that it could be more if the venue had just said something about the fucking gig. I'll come out and I'll just be like, "I'd like to thank all 10,000 of you for being here. I know that you guys drove from states away because you guys saw all the promotion that this fine venue was putting out for this show. Thank you so much." And people start laughing.
I would never.
But you could actually throw that out there that, this is season 4 runner-up of American Idol is playing here tonight. And people would be like, "Really?"
I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start doing it just for Corey,
no one,
player.
People,
everybody,
and they come up to
Corey
you
Weiss,
for
season,
years.
Season 5 runner-up over here, fiddle player for America's Got Talent.
Yeah, and they don't mean any ill will by it, but
Do it.
they come up to you and they go, "You should be on The Voice.
I hear
You
that kind
are
of stuff.
great." And
No,
I'm like,
you should just come out the shows more.
I used to be defensive, and then I'd explain to them why they were wrong, and then I realized, wow, that's total dick move, TJ. Just say thank you
And move on.
because it's a compliment. They don't mean any ill. They think that's how the
They
industry
don't
works
know.
now.
Yeah, because it's lowest common denominator, easily digestible music.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks that's how you get found these days. That's how you get signed by a band. Yeah.
Signed.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a word these days.
Signed.
That doesn't even. I mean,
Doesn't even matter
No one
anymore.
does anymore. Yeah.
what do you
got-
have? 3
You got
labels?
literally
Not as much.
like Rocked and Loaded right now. My LLC. Like I'm approved up to like 800,000 on a loan. Single digit interest rates.
Good, because I need some vinyl press.
Well,
You
what
can
I'm
pay
getting
for
what
it.
I'm getting at is that if I wanted to, I could just say, "Cool, I'm going to pull this loan out under Rocked and Loaded and put it right into the band, and then pay for X, Y, and Z." Like somebody we know that we played Xbox with.
I don't know his story. I just know that we were playing Xbox and PlayStation with him, and then all of a sudden he's somehow.
I mean, he was literally in this, and I'm not going to say his name, but he was literally like in chat rooms with us while we're waiting on the fucking game to load up. He's like, "How do I do this?" And he's asking us questions. He's real young, and I'm just like, "Man, dude, if I had the answers, I wouldn't be playing Xbox right now, or maybe I would. I just wouldn't be in this house, And he's like, And then like, this was during the time of the payola Spotify thing going on, where you could pay a third party and you could promote your Spotify, and then you could literally have like 1 million followers overnight, and get all these streams coming in. And so this dude went and pulled out a loan against his mortgage, $150,000,
Shit.
and he put all $150K into this third party promoter. $150K. This is like roulette. $150K drops on this third party promoter, and overnight we saw this dude go from like 12 monthly listeners to like 120,000 monthly listeners, up to like 12 million monthly listeners. Then it got up to some ridiculous like 60 million. Then it dropped down to 50 million, and it kept climbing. And his streams kept getting bigger, and everyone was like, "This guy is fucking amazing," and we're just sitting there going, "No, he's not.
Is he from around here?
He's actually terrible.
Is he
He's
from
actually
around
not
here?
that good." Yes.
Is it who I think it is?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a point.
Man, I can't wait till we end this show.
Yeah, I want to hear.
There's so much stuff we got to talk about.
But it's one of those things where it's like people buy into he's got 40 million followers. He's got to be good.
Yeah.
We got to follow his shit, and you really
Well, they
take
used to. I
take it. No, well, they don't.
I think it's- I think that's-
Thank God
Yes,
Spotify did
thank
one
God.
thing right, and they
Yeah.
got away from that third party. So they cut that off. Well, then what did you start seeing? You started seeing dudes like this go. They all started falling. So like, there's 3 big ass names that are in this town, and those names started going down, and only one of those was smart enough to have a fucking business venture outside of music and keep things rolling for himself. And he's done really good by it. He started a family, and he's opened up other businesses. And that's, in the capitalism of things, he capitalized on his career. He knows that music isn't going to be it, but he knew, if I open this, I buy this, I invest here, I can probably do this the rest of my life and have an income coming in, as where these other 2 guys didn't, And
I
it's-
don't know.
And it's straight down to this, like, it's kind of happening. It's kind of not scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, a record label basically is obsolete now. Like, because the record label is going to come into you and they're going to say, we want to sign you for a 5-year contract. We want 7 records from you, and we're going to give you a $5 million signing bonus, $1 million a year, right? And back in '98, '94,
Holy shit, sign me up.
holy fuck, where's I'm in,
As
in
I'm-
2026, not happening.
As I'm waiting on the tarmac
Fuck
at left
no.
field.
I got
for the
better
private plane to show up.
odds at paying off that loan with less interest by just getting a loan from the bank. I'm doing it on my own.
Yep.
But it's what you spend that on that's going to make you go forward. And we live in such a fucking great divide of all of Meta, Facebook and Instagram, the TikToks of the world, YouTube, everything going on. Yeah, you could pay third parties for going there, and Nonchalant that lives down in Lacaville is fucking watching your video 50 times that day.
Well, also,
Or do you get true followers?
take a look at all the artists that are at the top of the charts right now and how they really make their money. They're not making their money from music. They're making their money from outside ventures. That they've taken their money that they've made from music and now turned it into something else.
Totally.
You know,
Right.
they are running these other businesses that actually.
We were just talking about Taylor Sheridan. Look at Taylor Sheridan. Taylor Sheridan was in Sons of Anarchy as a cop. He was in several other movies before that, TV shows, etc.
What I watched yesterday while I was doing my taxes, Hell or High Water.
Hell or High Water, right?
Just a random cowboy on the side of the road.
He took his money and invested and then created a television show that got highly popular, and he did it up. Where did
But
he do
I'm
it?
not even talking about that. I'm talking about like in the music industry, you got like Rihanna,
Right.
who runs Fenty.
That's
these
what
businesses
I'm getting
have-
at. It's like I'm just saying, as an entertainer, right?
Yeah.
Period. Like he took it and like bought up restaurants and bought up land and bought up venues.
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah, look at the presence he has here now.
And now look at the presence he has in Fort Worth. Jesus Christ, dude! You would think the king of America is coming when he rolls through downtown.
I just
I'd be
liked
king
it.
of America.
I know it's a thorn in Tim Love's side, and it just makes me
Oh,
so
I'm sure
happy.
it is. Oh, I'm sure it is.
Oh, it
'cause
makes me so happy.
There's somebody that very well could have done that exact same thing with the riches that he made, but he chose not to. As where Sheridan came in and said, "I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy this restaurant. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do."
No.
And he did. And he didn't just say, "I'm going to do it." He did it.
Tim
and
thought he
now
was
look
the
at
king of
the
Fort
stockyard
Worth.
just.
Yeah.
Well, it's all a tax write-off too, because
100%.
it's in the
I'm
TV
sure.
show,
Yeah.
so now it's a location.
Totally.
Well, everything is. If you know how to run stuff, you got good lawyers. They know how to do all this and how to hide all your money or invest it in other places.
But
so
what
you're
was
not
really
losing
cool about that dude is that like we were at a Star Cafe on a Friday night. We were playing down there in the yards, and we went over to Star Cafe to go eat dinner, and sitting right there at a table with a couple of other people, Taylor Sheridan,
it. A normal guy,
normal guy, eating dinner.
unlike the other guy I just named, who likes to walk around with a giant peacock boa and crazy. I was
I don't even know who that guy is. I'm out of the loop.
the big Fort Worth chef, Tim Love, the one that owns Love Shack, and
I'm so like, don't pay attention to that stuff.
Lonesome
Lonesome
Dove.
Dove,
Lonesome
and
Dove.
Does he own
Tannehills?
Tannehills too, yeah.
I wrote
runs
off
Tannehills.
the stockyards probably 7-8 years ago.
Well, he's been a chef here for years.
Oh,
He had
I'm just not hip like that.
yeah, he used to, I don't know, he's dabbled in a whole bunch of stuff that I just won't even go down that long list, but he thought he was king celebrity of Fort Worth forever,
Right,
and now he's not.
right.
And a new way bigger horse has moved into town
Way bigger.
with a way bigger horse cock.
Dude, I was
And
driving.
just laid it on top of Tannehills and just went, the stockyards are mine.
Yeah, dude, for real. Like when I went down
Seriously.
there on Saturday and we had to pull up out front of White Elephant, there's no longer like you can get behind White Elephant, but they've extended that building down so that alleyway is like from this coffee table to the wall.
And you
And
gotta-
there's no getting down in there. You have to be in a tiny car to get down there. So I had to pull up in front.
Which is the worst load in ever.
Tens of thousands of
Yes.
people. Luckily, the night before at Bartonville, which we had a sold out show. Thank you, people.
Did you figure out my Bartonville dilemma?
Yeah, we talked about it.
You did?
Yeah.
Is it crazy?
It's fucking nuts. So
That's what I
the
thought.
cops came twice that night to our show, tried to shut it down, and it's due to the neighbor
Oh,
across
it's
the street.
because of that?
Because of
Of
that.
all
one-
this shit?
Yes. Oh, it's a thing going on up there.
All right.
But we pull up in front of White Elephant, and we had made the adjustments the night before, so we dropped the trailer door and had everything on a dolly, and the Blue Devil came out, and we wheeled everything in, and we get everything set up on the side of the stage. I go to park the truck and trailer, and I'm already gimping around at this point. And they told us that there was band parking at the very end down by the Swiss plant.
Yeah.
And so I was like, right before where Spaghetti Warehouse used to be, the very end, all that parking was gone.
Oh,
so
of
I had to
course.
cruise up and around to the other side of Billy Bob's, all the way out to 28th Street,
Yeah.
and park there. And I had to gimp my ass all the way back to the Elephant.
At least it's downhill.
And yeah, not with this bum leg.
I just don't know why venues don't think more. Well, I played a lot of incredible venues that care about their musicians.
Oh, 100%.
But it
Yeah.
seems like you play these places, stockyards or the old Deep Ellum days. They didn't give a crap about where you're parking.
Well, the other
or-
thing is the Elephant isn't always doing shows like this.
Yeah, it's
But-
usually two dudes on a stool just plugging in guitars, and
Yeah.
that's it. And they do
But-
backline everything now.
But the other aspect of that is the same alleyway is the one that feeds you into Tannehill's. And Tannehill's didn't think anything about that
Yeah,
at all. Like when they built that, because you have to park right there on Exchange, unload all your shit, and shove it in there quick
really quick.
before anybody comes over there and starts yelling at you
Yeah.
for parking in. You can't park here or whatever. And the cops come by or whatever. Normally the cops are cool now if they see you unloading a bunch of shit.
Yep.
But you have to unload everything really quick. And when big bands come through there, I don't even know what the fuck they do.
There is a bus, so they were telling us that there's a bus and trailer parking, and this pissed me off so bad because
How do you get a bus
here I am
back
with this
there?
bum. Well, check this out. So here I am with this bum leg walking around, and I'm walking back to my truck, and I run into one of the girls that I've known from out there that ran bars and stuff, and now she's like a manager down there, and she's helping out the entertainment. She goes, "Where did you park at?" And I go, "I'm on the backside. I'm all the way out by 28th Street." She goes, "Oh my God. Why didn't you just park where the bands are parking?" And I go, "Well, they told us it was full." She goes, "No, right here. That alleyway, as if White Elephant's on your right, Amelia on your left before the stock show, they've got it coned off.
Yeah.
All the buses and trailers are parking right
I
there.
forgot. I always
all the
forget
way
about
down.
that, but
and I'm
yeah,
like,
that's
"You're
where it's at."
fucking kidding me. I could
Wow.
have pulled up right there."
Yeah, because
Like-
that's the back way into Billy Bob's.
Yes.
Yep. I always forget about that.
And so
I didn't know they let us
Tannehill's now
park there.
has it in the back. They have bus parking in the back where you can do bus parking and trailer parking.
How the fuck do you get back there without falling in the river?
You have to go all the way up and around up by the Swiss plant, come down the backside, and you come through. And they got a little bridge you pop over, and there you are.
Yeah, that wasn't there when I was putting everything together there.
That's a cool place to go. How many? I mean, I'm sure Craig's been down there too, but just to go get some of the footage before they fucking tear it all out, because they were originally making that backside to be like San Antonio, the Riverwalk.
Yeah.
And now they're going to continue that, and that
Yeah.
is going to be the thing, which is pretty fucking insane.
It's weird. That whole area is crazy. What's going on anyway? Yeah, crazy.
Well, what's your plans for Paper Towns, man? What are you working on? You finally? I know you said you've been working on some music. You've been in pedal hell for.
Yeah. Well, I've just been trying to get inspired again. I haven't written a song in probably two years now or something.
Do you see why I kept saying like you should come down here and we should write together? Because we can record here, we can do whatever the fuck we want here, any time of the night here.
For sure. But my song, the way I write songs is a little. I mean, I wrote Devil in Nashville, so
Yep.
I've done the fast writing too, but I have to be inspired.
Yep.
I can't just write to write, even though you're supposed to just write to write.
Yep.
The best singers, songwriters or artists, the songwriters have said that you should just write to write. But so maybe I'll start doing some more of that. But my goal with Paper Towns is to not change everything, but kind of re-identify my sound.
Sure.
And just do something that I want to do. Like, I went out, I did a short tour last summer, first time I'd been out in years, and I had an absolute blast. And that's what I had been missing, And so knowing that my passion is still there, I thought that it was gone forever. I literally was just like, now I'm just going to get old, fat, and retired.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I know, and you and I played that first show together up there at Bayou, which we're playing there this Wednesday. If you guys want to come out and see a show, come on in. I could hear you doing it as you're playing through the set. You were slowly getting back on the horse,
Right.
and then by the end of it, you were there. And I was like, all right, he's there. It's a bicycle. He's got to learn to pedal on it again.
Yeah, I just
know?
hadn't been practicing much or anything. And so with Paper Towns, I'm really looking forward to writing some new stuff. And I don't want to put any pressure on myself. That's what happened. That's why I had the breakdown was just it became a job. I was putting pressure on myself. I was thinking that this plan has to work, and that's when I started playing guitar at 13 or 12, whenever it was, on my bed. I never dreamed of like wanting to play stadiums, or that was never the goal. The goal was to like play listening rooms where people kind of dug your stuff.
Yeah.
And that, if I got that would be like gravy,
Yeah.
But it was all about the passion of creating music, learning how chords worked, how structure worked, how to build the right kind of song. And so after doing 20 whatever years of that,
Right.
you tend to get jaded, and you may not realize it, until, and I think that's what it was for me. So Paper Towns.
Where can people find Paper Towns right now?
Well, we're on the Forbidden Spotify. We have some music on there. And we have papertowns.com, where you can go read some bio stuff and some videos.
Nice.
We're starting to work. I don't know why I said we're, because I identify as they, them. So we're starting to work.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm starting to work on the website, getting more stuff going.
The royal we.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or his dudeness, or Deuterino, if you're not down
Deuterino,
with the whole brevity thing.
So, that's kind of where I'm at. And going into it this way, I'm starting to enjoy the experience again, and remembering why I started playing guitar all those years ago anyways.
I've always said that you would sound fucking incredible with just a bass player and a drummer, because as intricate as you are on the acoustic and the things and how you write, the things you do there, would sound just so good with a meaty backbone and letting you just take the lead out there in front, because you use so many effects anyway too, so it fills in the gap. It's not like it'll be a very large 3-piece sound that, and it makes it manageable, easy to travel with.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not opposed to a 3-piece. Yeah. It's just finding that right 3-piece. The right two guys that you can, really create a bond and bounce off of each other. Like my goal, and don't take it wrong, I think you'll appreciate it. My goal has always been to be the worst musician in my band.
Yep.
That's always been my goal.
Yep. It makes you thrive, man.
Yeah.
It does.
And so
I like that.
I don't think that I played with some great guys, don't get me wrong. I don't think I've been pushed enough in that particular area, where if I had, people that I know that I look up to that are session musicians, or if they were in my band, I know that I'd be the worst. And it'd be like, now I'm really, blowing out and trying to reach those guys.
Sure.
And then if you're always being actively into that, then it's just going to make you and the band stronger,
right,
all the way around.
Totally. Well, right on, my man.
I got a little announcement I'd like to make.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm out of here. Fuck this shit.
Okay,
done. It's episode 5. I'm over.
No, this is 6.
Episode 6.
Tricky 6.
This weekend, you've seen them, and the whole control room has seen them. But Dream Deleter, who played Cicada on my birthday, they're back at the Cicada for their album release.
Really?
Oh, cool.
And they're going to be in here in a few weeks anyway.
Yep.
They're on our calendar to come in, but their album release is this Saturday night at Cicada.
Sweet.
And then on Sunday...
You'd like that band. You would like that band. Trust me. Yeah.
Okay,
when I first saw them, I was like, oh, boy, these guys know how to use their effects. And they were fucking...
You said you like Tool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you like ISIS?
No, I don't like that foreign.
No, it's not the foreign. It's a band that opened for Tool when they came through and played Will Rogers and TCC a couple times.
Yeah. I guess I never saw them. I've seen Tool a whole lot, but
really cool band. But Dream Deleter, I put them like right there with ISIS, if you've ever heard of them. And ISIS, I love, not the terrorist organization.
Are they going to come in here and play full band?
That's what we need to talk about.
Okay.
Because I've told them they can, but I also thought we were going to have gear.
Oh, like my band's gear in here to backline them?
Yeah.
Negative. But I mean, we do have a drum set. They could use that one right there. We can set a drum set up. We can plug bass in direct, and we can use fractals and whatnot to go amps. But because holy fuck, their amps are like Mesa, Orange.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like,
You don't need that anymore, boys.
you don't need that in here,
Yeah, you do.
No.
I mean, I know you don't because I'm now going down that path.
Here we go.
But
I'm telling you.
you still do.
Close your eyes.
Where's the fight? Where's the fight sound?
No.
Ding, round
No,
one.
you can close your eyes and yeah, everything sounds good.
I still
But
use
man,
my Ampex
I
rig.
sure do love having a big bass cabinet standing behind me and feeling it on stage while I'm playing.
I agree with that.
I love that.
I
That's-
agree being
that's
able
what
to
I
fill
love.
the air.
Standing in the left corner.
So that's my argument.
All
is
the
I
way
still
across.
like feeling. the
I
music.
just recently got to where I am now. I mean, for the longest time, I was like, no way, screw that. I'm a snob. I want my amp. Nothing will make a microphone sound the way air passes past it.
No, that's
Not anymore.
that is a little stuck up-ish. But
Yeah.
I've now had a Spark for 2 years that I dick around with at the house. That's fun. I love the Spark. You can do anything with it, and it's tiny. And then I just got the Dark Glass Anagram, which is the bass equivalent of Fractal.
Right.
And I've had it for about, 4 months? So I'm falling that way.
Now-
where that's all I need to do is show up and throw that on
You have
stage.
to know what you're doing. So that's
No,
why
that's
it
true.
helps people like us that are actual musicians or that have been playing our instruments if you understand pro audio, you're going to get incredible sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, then it's going to sound like
If you just start throwing blocks up there and hope that a good tone comes out
Yeah.
of it, you're
You're gonna be
shit out of luck.
disappointed, I'm sure.
Yeah. So they're, Dream Deleter's playing on Saturday at Cicada, and on Sunday, I'm gonna go out and break in Palo Pinto Mountain State Park that just opened yesterday. It's our first state park in 25 years.
All right. All right.
So I'll have a full report next Tuesday of what it's like out there.
Well, that's
Fucking
great
yeah.
because the one in Fairfield shut down last year or the year before.
Yeah,
It's a
thanks
shame.
for
a
being on
shame.
top of things.
I used to
Yeah,
fish
I'm saying there's the balance, man. We lose one, we get another.
so much.
I'm
out
about to
there.
get my ass to the bathroom and take
We're
a
about
piss.
to have 5 new ones, but this is the first one in 25 years, and it's kind of a big fucking deal in this state.
Fucking A. That's
It's
killer.
It's huge, and if you've looked at the news here lately, besides all the Iran shit, that's all they're talking about is
yeah.
this new state park opening up. So tried to go yesterday, but it was sold out. Day passes, and you can't camp there for 6 months because it's sold out. So
I didn't think it was that big though.
Looked out.
I know the lake is only 4 acres or something dumb.
well, it's bigger than that.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's 40, 60, something like that. It's the old Tucker Lake. If you've ever been out there, right there.
I live right out
Oh, you do?
that direction.
Yeah.
So I'm up in Bridgeport.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, that Tucker Lake is pretty big when it's got water in it. I mean, I've been out there and been freaked out, stalked by bobcats or mountain lion or something.
nice. Good times.
TJ, man, thank you so much. for
Yeah,
being
thank
here,
you,
dude.
man.
This
It
was
was
cool.
awesome.
I enjoyed
Fucking
just
dope.
chilling out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess see you Wednesday.
That's all
Are
we
you-
do.
Are you bringing the console or am I bringing the console?
Just bring what I brought last time.
Okay, yeah. Do that.
Where y'all at out there at the Blue Bayou?
The Blue Bayou.
The old Blue
12670 Morris Dido Road.
It's going to
Newark.
be raining and stormy. On
Oh, it
Wednesday.
is. We're supposed to be getting slammed.
Yeah,
bro.
dude, that's the best time to play out there, too. Feels so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have to see what's going on.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Make the trek out there. And
Come on.
It's always
I haven't
fun.
been up there in a while.
Hey, if you guys are enjoying the show, shoot us an email. Let us know. PantherCityRebellion@gmail.com. And let us know what you think about it.
If you're not, do it anyway.
Also, Dustin still has his cup available for landscaping. So
I do.
no
My
sponsor.
He brought in the great
I
cup
was
this time.
actually told this week that I had someone that would sponsor it. They would send me a sticker, but no monetary value has been said yet.
Yeah, well,
So we're still in. There's still
The negotiation stage?
Negotiations. So it's kind of like buying a house. You could outbid him and get your sticker on
yeah,
here.
come on with it.
Get your name on here. I carry this thing around all day long, all over the place, all over Fort Worth, all over Dallas.
Yeah.
Just sipping from it.
Just sipping from it. People
You-
just looking at you
and
sipping on it.
people look at it and they're like, yeah.
See, it doesn't work for me, dude, because if I put that in my hands, it looks normal. Do you know? All right, dude. Well, thank you guys so much. We will see y'all next time.
Peace out. Later.
Goodbye.
Fuck out.